And so Luthien just kind of kept quiet, let him have his space because as a person of power, he would have to do a lot of social interactions. And she respects that sometimes silence is better than talking about just mindless things and trying to get to know a person. He then asks her to make him a commission, gives her a 2-month timeline. Um, they stop dancing, and she goes and talks with the group, and the blossom of the ball is announced, and it is Luthien. So she gets to go and have a dinner with the viceroy.
Mhm.
Um, and then the party leaves. She takes them back to Bryn's, gets them all set up with guest rooms, goes into her room, then sort of peeks out, notices TikTok is still sitting in the hallway, tells him to come on in and that he can read and draw and do whatever else he wants to do. And we left with Luthien just painting in her studio while TikTok is perusing her books looking for mentions of Orblin. I passed the talking spoon.
Who's looking for mentions of Orblin?
TikTok?
TikTok. That was one of his books that he wanted to research
Mm.
when he
Yep.
was invited in.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. I apologize. I missed that fact.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
I put it in my notes,
Well,
but that was
listen,
also like 15 pages of notes.
it's been an interesting couple of weeks. So
Yeah.
okay, TikTok.
Uh, next after.
Did you skip? Did you just freaking...
Percy.
Yeah, sure, I'll go. How much time do you need, TikTok?
Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, the beginning.
You guys had an extra hour. What do you mean?
So my stuff, my recaps is not just bullet points, and you know this.
I know, but you still had an hour, and this hasn't changed. This routine has
It's
not
okay.
changed.
I'll just read mine bar for bar almost, and we'll be here for a minute or two.
Okay.
The start of
Percival.
session begins with everyone getting ready for the ball and Percival asking for a couple amenities to be made to his outfit. Everyone is very stunned by the beautiful Emery when they do appear to take them to the gorgeous gardens that lead to the ball. While in the ballroom, Emery notices that Percival is very anxious and is very filled with nerves, and so they take his hand to dance, of which he follows beautifully as they dance around the ballroom. Then we kind of bounced back and forth between the Wallflowers and Percy and Luthien, so I split those up in my notes. As the music stops from the ballroom after dancing, it is announced that the Honorable Viceroy AC has entered, and Emery then promptly abandons Percy next to Luthien and a strange woman in a very, very tense moment of talking. There are introductions made, and while Percy is trying to be pleasant and handing out his hand for a shake, he notices that the stranger is not all there at all. And as soon as they appeared, the woman's face drops to a dead stare, excusing herself, and then vanishing. What happened was the three wallflowers, TikTok, Tavrik, and Yovana, get introduced to AC as Emery takes them over. Everyone gives them a ball. They're very affectionate. It's very cute. Tavrik tries to run almost immediately because he is intimidated, but is held in place by Yovana. AC and Emery talk with Yovana about her parents, learning that Isildir was rowdy in the past. TikTok tries to bow and accidentally headbutts with AC, causing player panic from Bam and Dragon. GM whispers happen for a good solid 30 minutes. After TikTok bumps head with AC, he starts glitching the fuck out. Yovana tries to step in to help TikTok, and then the woman reappears standing between them, asking if the child is a problem. AC assures they are not as a red lightning magic dances between his fingers. He goes to reach out towards TikTok, but is only interrupted by Tavrik as he moves TikTok behind him. However, the magic doesn't need to be touched, so it moves around TikTok and moves around Tavrik and still hits TikTok, causing him to be fixed. As the woman asks Tavrik if TikTok, I need to start capitalizing one of your fucking names, is his ward, Percy and Luthien return to the group, Percy taking responsibility for TikTok and asking if there's any problems. Emery steps in and takes the woman's arm, calling her Vaiks and telling her to be at ease. Vaiks' dead serious stare switches almost instantly back to the amicable smile they have had before. Tavrik does take notice of this and knows Valk has been rehabilitated, and that is the only ones to come out of it are either skilled or wildly useful. Valk's then full names Tavrik as he analyzes them, and Luthien and AC interact and exchange pleasantries. AC then asks for a moment alone with Tavrik, dismissing Valks while Percy and Giovanna make sure he's okay.
Vaiks.
AC does. Vikes?
You keep saying Valks.
Did I say Valks?
Mm-hmm.
It's because I read the I with an L because of the K.
It's okay. One day they'll get it right.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen. Don't worry. I just need to hear it said like 80 more times.
Vaiks.
AC then compliments Tavrik at his job and offers him 2 weeks off of a non-paid vacation, as far as I'm aware, and then asks him to, off the books, investigate strange acting animals in a forest on a private secret mission. Then he reveals that he knows shit about Tavrik's father and fucks off. He then approaches Percival, addressing me as the esteemed mind of the academy, kiss ass. As I talk to him, he compliments my skill and mentions that what I'm doing is far better than whatever the academy would have me doing, while also alluding to my side business and deal with Emery, also going to need to be talked about. He notices the gloves on my hands and then asks to see the birthmarks, as Percival put it, calling them beautiful markings. He then asks if he would be happy to take a glance at AC's library and invites him to visit one upon a time. But then he leaves, offering Emery a dance. Percival letting go of a breath he didn't know he was holding. Percy then notices the collection of drinks Tavrik and Giovanna have collected, teasing Giovanna again to lighten the tense air around them, and TikTok does make note that Giovanna has a quote-unquote drinking problem, according to Percy. Percival does get punched in the gut.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's also a little addendum here, but because they're not here, it might not be mentioned. But Luthien and Vaiks dance, Giovanna recalls a memory of her and her parents watching the execution of the Emakirs while they were young. AC and Luthien then swap dancing partners and offer Luthien the same deal as Tavrik. Back to the Wallflowers, Percy branches off and enters the crowd to drink and mingle. But that's where that ends. Emery, taking note of the rest of the party, sends Vaiks in to take Tavrik on a dance and distract him a little and offer a hand, to which Tavrik reluctantly agrees.
Pause. Fucking hell, man. Ah.
It's
time for
the
TikTok.
session.
Bruh, I'm about to just fucking record at this point. Fuck being live.
More time for TikTok.
More time for TikTok. I have my
I'm done now.
I have
Okay, good, because I have like 3 paragraphs left.
I have my summary as
I mean,
well.
if you want to keep doing your paragraphs, mine's a
It was
script.
Yeah. It was the talk with Tavrik and Vaiks, because I have that, and then Luthien digging a hole with her very descriptive words because of the dress situation that almost happened.
I've already done this, but sure.
You missed
I
what?
just got off the phone with my dad. I'm assuming we're fixing stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is one
Okay.
addendum Percival needs to make to his memories.
What'd I do?
Tavrik busted his ass and Percival laughed.
No, that's in here.
Okay.
That's in here.
Okay. I didn't hear you.
Let
I
me
didn't.
find the exact line.
I didn't hear you say it, so I was curious because that was part of the dance
No,
with
because
Vikes.
the dance with Vikes. Even trying to give Tavrik advice by saying dancing is like fighting, to which Tavrik falls right on his ass in front of Percy and the group he's talking to. And in the background, you can almost hear the sound of a mental picture being taken. Tavrik gets up with help of Vikes, and then he moves to the side of the ballroom. That's in my notes.
Beautiful, beautiful. I was gonna say, you said they offer a hand, but I wasn't sure if we got to that part yet. I was like, wait a minute. I remember doing that when he fell on his butt. I remember that. Anywho.
Continue.
Oh, continue.
Emery, taking note of the rest of the party, sends Vikes to take Tavrik on a dance to distract him a little and offer a hand, which Tavrik reluctantly agrees after Vikes pushes a little more. Emery also offers a dance to Yovana and TikTok as they dance in the ball. Tavrik stumbles around the ballroom as Vikes so desperately tries to keep him up and moving, even trying to give Tavrik advice by saying dancing is like fighting, to which Tavrik falls right on his ass in front of Percy and the group that he's talking to. They then move to the side of the ballroom, and Vikes offers him a glass of juice. Tavrik tries to commune and relate to the scary brainwashed assassin woman by asking her about her hobbies. To which Vikes responds with, I like taking care of my collection. Not concerning at all, but the collection being a bag of soul coins might be an issue. Great friendship choice, Tav. She mentioned that she holds favorites, and even if she doesn't remember them, ones that have been with them for around 23-ish years, give or take. Supposedly, Luthien's parents. That's a personal theory. Tavrik keeps asking about the coins and if they're a magical item. Vikes almost panic denies that fact, casually mentioning that they could crush Tavrik's soul if they so choose to find out. More conversation leads to Vikes telling him to not ask AC if they have any questions, but to refer to their master Emery. They then ask if Luthien has been well, and while Tavrik is giving a report, they interject telling him that honey lavender bread would be a welcome treat to Luthien's palate. Vikes then offers to give Tavrik some private dancing lesson. Tavrik asks to see a soul coin, and after a brief moment of hesitation from Vikes, they give him one. The coin isn't nothing remarkably visible, but the weight of it is surprisingly heavy in his palm, as echoes of whispers bounce around his mind before giving the coin back. Meanwhile, on the dance floor, AC talks with Luthien while they dance, commissioning a painting to be done of him of her choice. Dragon digs a hole while describing Luthien's dress, saying it shifts between landscapes and other things, while also showing a quick flash of the recent painting of the spider. No need to worry about that right now. That's never going to happen again. Everyone does a quick mental check as the music dies down and an announcement is made to crown the blossom of the ball. AC departs from Luthien on the dance floor, with Vikes following suit as he gives the speech crowning Luthien the winner. Percy is second place. The player wears that with pride. Emery then dismisses Luthien as the ball disperses, telling them the party is over and that they will be staying at Bryn's and escorting them out. AC brings Emery behind the stage for dinner as they leave. Vikes, now alone on the stage, waves to Tavrik. The party makes it back to Bryn's. Luthien introduces them to the guest room. Percy promptly finds the closest room to him and face plants on the bed, still in the fancy clothes, still with the tome to his chest, and that is the end of session.
Okay. TikTok.
All right. Give me you ready? Hello! Time for TikTok session recap. It is time! The ball, the party, the clothes, so fancy! Emery leads the party to the ball's final destination. It was quite an eventful walk. We saw so many neat and interesting architecture. We eventually arrived at the ball, and boy was it so bright to see at first. My visual receptacles could only perceive a bright light and whiteness. Systems rebooting. Whoa, I can see clearly now. So many people. I must remain on my best behavior though. Oh look, a seat. I remain here during the ball's duration. Percival of Luthien socialized amongst the other patrons, and Yavanna, Tavrik, and TikTok remained on the side. Time, music, and party sounds, and a new face appears through the door. Emery seems to recognize them, and they exchange hellos. This beautiful, smooth, enticing, mysterious voice is attached to the face of one known as AC. They appear to be important in this society, but I have no idea what that means. They are accompanied with another individual, but Tavrik seems to be handling them. What a professional! So suave, so brave! Go Tavrik! But the voice is before me! According to my book, I must bow before them as a friendly gesture. Bonk. Hello! Why did they impact their frontal cortex with TikTok's metal frame? Is this customary amongst the elite? Interesting. Wait, flashback scene. Voices here. Oh, hello, Winry. What did I say? I was hoping this wouldn't be so difficult, but we do what we must. Either way, let us begin again. Systems error. Systems error. Critical failure detected. Immediate action required. System override in progress. Attempting reboot. Attempting reboot. And we are back. Hello! Time for TikTok session recap! Wait! Oh, hello, Taverick. Do you not care for the voice? I understand. It's an impressive accent. Party is over? Luthia wins bloom. A ball? Systems reboot! Systems rebooting. Huh? Luthian? I am in a hall? Yes. Yes, I will appreciate your offer and read in your immediate vicinity. Unit TT systems shutting down.
Sir.
Hello?
Motherfucker is a
not
sleeper
concerning.
agent.
That's not weird at all, guys. I knew I should skip the 30 fucking minutes you guys are alone.
Swear to God, this is some Winter Soldier bullshit.
Don't you
I-
fucking FCGS right now, I will kill you.
I had to get. It's like, give me a second. I had to find how to do emotes on these emotes for my system's error.
Hold on. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I'm screenshotting
And then
this.
I had to type some of the words differently to show corruption.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. It's gonna be the footage in the footage later, but editor, put up the bullshit that TikTok wrote.
Editor, that's...
Bam! Bullshit.
whoa.
What is
Those
this?
are mine.
Thank you, editor.
Are you talking about what he put in his channel?
Yeah.
Good fucking shit.
Anyway, is it my turn?
Passing the talking stick.
Yes, Vaiks. What did you experience at the ball?
Wonderful. Thank you for asking, Blessed Emery. I was so esteemed to accompany the Viceroy on his trip to the Ball Blossoms. Once again, another lovely celebration in honor of the Exalted. We encountered such a wonderful, wonderful group of people, all shining under their light. However, No matter. We must greet the guests. Emery, it is a pleasure. It is wonderful to see you. I hope you are enjoying yourself, but I must maintain focus. I cannot falter under the light of the Exalted. There are many people here. I recognize all. Percival T. Sellerman, Alchemist, Yvonne's Drift, Children of the Huntsman, Taverick Retrice, Guardsman. Wonderful, wonderful, very, very honorable. Luthien Amakir, child of the Amakirs, currently under surveillance. And a child? Odd. I don't recall children being invited here. Regardless, I shall say hello. It has been a very long time. I think. I have greeted my lovely, lovely acquaintance? Friend? Surveillance partner, Luthien, and it seems we have much catching up to do. My head hurts. I don't. Anyhow, under the Exalted, we must remain focused. I hope they are enjoying themselves. It has been a very long time. I must keep my surveillance under each of them, as AC's wishes. They seem tense. Regardless. I am uncertain. Something seems wrong. Ah, Emery, of course. I will listen to whatever you say. You are the word of the Exalted. And I shall listen to AC as well. That feels right. As I spend time surveilling the group, I see there is a security breach. My apologies. I must spend time correcting this error. I must go. They claim this is their ward. Still, I recall no paperwork being done of any wards being adopted. He should be within the system. Oh, yes, Emery, I shall do whatever you say. Absolutely. If today is to celebrate, we shall celebrate. My mistake. I shall stand down. Well, if we must, I would enjoy a dance, or 2, or 3. All that is needed to help make everyone smile, as the Exalted has made me. Emery has asked me a favor. I wonder. I can't say no. I shall not say no. Of course not. Never. Absolutely never. I will accompany them if need be, if it is asked of me. If Taverick is not enjoying himself, I must find out why. That way we can make the next event even bigger, better, and more enjoyable for all. He's a little clumsy. Perhaps he needs lessons. Or maybe less alcohol. Oh well, we'll stand to the side. He might need some juice. Or water. A lot of water. But we only have juice, and that's okay. That's entirely okay. He asks of my hobbies and my most favorite collection. How could I even say no? But he cannot hold them. Well, maybe one. They're not magic. They cannot be. It's not allowed. Not. Breathe. All is fine. All is calm. Nothing to be afraid of. We continue our duties. Here. You may have this. I don't like it. 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 Oh, thank you. I appreciate you giving it back to me. Well, it seems our time has concluded. Until next time. Inner dialogue over.
Jazz hands.
Oh
Thanks,
no,
I hate
she's
it.
so sad and crazy.
Oh,
So
boy,
she's gonna
howdy.
fucking slash our tires, dude.
Yeah, ours, yours. Listen, if you fuck up my caravan, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah. If you
She's-
fuck up Percival's caravan, he will kill you.
She's gonna cut the horseshoes off of Trouble.
No more trouble.
Jingle, jingle. It is the morning after the ball. Most of you too tired or distracted, caught up in your own thoughts to even realize the spaces you entered had magically attuned themselves to you and prepared themselves in a way that you would have a safe space that felt like home when you entered and allowed you to relax for the evening. So as you wake, Luthien, your room is normal. It is what you have known and grown in all of your time here at Bren's with Emery.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, you have been in this room more than once. So you know the multiple places you have available to sit and read. You know the shelves of books and the paintings and the canvases and the sketchbooks, and all of the things that have been here the multiple times. Multiple? No. You've only been
He's
once.
only been here once.
Nah, yeah, sure.
Percy, you have stayed a guest with Emery in the past, but never at Bryn's. And when you wake, the weight of your tome still firmly attached to your hip, you are surrounded by a space as if it was made for you to explore and craft whatever potions you think you might want to test and explore. With a variety of herbs and poultices on shelves, on a corner wall. It's not a very big space, but it's more than enough for how you act and study. In fact, it would remind you very much of your room and your dorm from home and also school. It's very personable and it smells like home. You could almost hear the oceans and the waves hitting the beaches and the coast of Pearl Peak, as if there was truly a window allowing you to see into that place. You can smell the salt water on the air and the gulls out in the bay, even though you are, and you know you are, far from home. And Tavrik, the space that you wake in is simple, homey, and well equipped for you to care for every single item you carry on your person. To experiment with the tanning of leather and the moving of metal, for you to practice and learn while you have time and to give you a space to process what you've experienced by moving your hands in ways that you have done so in the past multiple times. And as the morning sun rises and you are all waking, Vaiks should be coming down that hallway and giving a nice little knock at Luthien's door.
I would knock, but I don't want my dog to bark.
So Luthien would hear the knock and kind of get pulled out of the sort of trance-like space that they were painting in. They have paint on their hands and a little like swipe on one of their cheeks. And just they go up to the door. It's weird that someone knocks and opens it up and just goes, "Hello."
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Vikes. How can I help you today?
Are you traversing today?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Honor?
Are you traversing today?
I'm not sure. Most likely.
Wonderful. Then I shall accompany you.
I see. Would you like to come in?
If you allow it.
Sure, feel free.
She will.
And she'll step aside and allow Vikes within her space.
She will step in maybe 2-3 feet and just like stand there.
Feel free to make yourself comfortable. If you would like to sit on any of the chairs or the chase lounges, I just need to finish cleaning up this painting real quick.
I am very comfortable, thank you.
Of course.
She'll
And so,
she'd tilt her
go
head a
ahead.
little bit and almost make like a frown.
Dreams
Like
down.
not
I was.
quite a
We
frown.
need a pause.
Continue.
No.
It's fine.
Okay.
Continue.
Are you just recording?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Should I? I'll
She'll it's not like quite a frown, but almost like a perplexed look. What is it you are drawing?
Oh, I was actually working on a commissioner for the governor.
Ah, wonderful. You work quickly.
I do my best. When I have inspiration, I tend to try and work well. It's still there.
Mhm.
And on the walls, Vaiks would be able to see years of paintings and canvases. And Luthien would be moving past her bed and the bookshelves where TikTok is sitting, to her gallery where there are stacks and stacks and stacks of canvases. They line the walls and they're stacked, sometimes 6 or 7 deep, of just paintings that she has done.
Is TikTok still in here?
Yes.
Why is this child sleeping on the floor?
Oh, he came in here and wanted to read. Um, since, he's kind of been a companion while I've traveled with Percival and Yelvana. I thought that he might be comfortable here for the night since I do have a lot of books that he's interested in.
TikTok, are you actually properly shut down at this moment?
Yes.
Luthien would look at TikTok, notice that he's not in his usual stasis, and just sort of comes over, picks him up, and lays him down in her bed and goes, I didn't realize that he had actually fully fallen asleep. Usually he just trances like I do in the night. But this
TikTok,
should make him more comfortable.
describe where TikTok shut down for the evening for me.
So while Luthien was deep in their work, if you were to look over at TikTok, you would see a half drawn, poorly but immaculate drawn bird, and his pencil or like his quill in his hand, and he's like slumped over. If you were to see a doll leaning up against the wall on the opposite side of the room,
Hmm.
the usually when he's in a stasis, the eye that is on his that eliminates, it's typically pale with a shade of blue, but this is there's no shade of blue. There's no light.
Are you certain this child seems unwell?
I'm sure that last night was overwhelming for him. I will keep an eye on him, but it looks like just exhaustion. Vikes, if you wouldn't mind, could you clean up his drawings and stack them neatly? He has such cute little sketches, and I don't want any of them to get lost or damaged.
Absolutely. And,
Thank you.
and without hesitation, she will very neatly and precisely pick up his books and his quill and tuck it within itself in its little bind tie that would keep his book closed and just hold it.
You can set it on the table in the center of the room there if you would like. And Luthien is getting TikTok all settled, covers over him, that sort of stuff. Can can I roll insight for Luthien knowing what's going on, or
You will do so with disadvantage.
Okay.
because you have no knowledge of what he is.
Insight. Give me just a moment. So that would be a 16 with disadvantage.
Unfortunately, that is not high enough for what you need to gauge what is going on. Because this
Okay.
is a creature that has not been in recorded history and you have never seen before.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's going to take care of him like he's an exhausted and sleeping child, so.
Which is the best we can do. When we have no
Yes.
knowledge, we just make a good guess.
Mm-hmm. So she gets him all tucked away and then goes into her studio where she was working on this beautiful painting that's full of different flowers and moving water, and it looks like if you took the ball venue and set it outside, if there weren't walls and it was in the middle of a flowering forest. That is what this painting looks like. It is very obviously inspired by the night previous.
Beautiful.
It is what. Honor? Words. Is it wise for a child to be traveling then? If they are so exhausted from one night?
Well, I am sure that well, TikTok usually travels with Percy and Yolvana, and they have a cart that they can take him in, so he would be able to rest further there. I'm sure that with him not feeling the best, they may take a couple of days to stay here in Waterstar and sell their wares, or if they are headed back to Orblin, they may stay for a few days with Yolvana's parents and take care of him there.
I was
Would you
unaware.
like to go ahead?
I was unaware Yelvana and Percival were within a relationship. Must I update the records?
They are not in a romantically inclined relationship. They have a business relationship, and since finding TikTok, they've both kind of taken on the parental roles or role models for him. So then he has some guidance while going about this world. So they aren't in a official relationship.
Well, when that changes, I shall update the records.
Of course. We need to make sure that our records are accurate now, don't we?
Of course.
And so Luthien uses prestidigitation to clean herself up and her brushes and sets the painting where it can dry and goes, if you'll wait here, I'll try and find Tavrik. I'm not quite sure what room he went into last night, but I believe that the three of us are to be traveling together, correct?
Don't you fucking bring her to me. What do you think you're doing? Get her out of here.
I was going to ask if you would like to alert the person who you definitely heard tell Vaiks is the ward of TikTok that TikTok is not awake.
Yeah, she will also do that. So we're in Bryn, so I can use message without being monitored, correct?
Technically.
Okay, but it would only be monitored by Emery as far as I'm aware.
I mean, you
Technically.
have Vikes in front of you. Do you want to run that
Luthien
risk?
Luthien pauses and also goes, and I will let Percival know about TikTok's status. If you'd like, you can wait here, or you can follow me as I go about waking them up and alerting everyone.
I shall remain here.
Okay.
It is
If
unwise to
anything
leave children
changes,
unattended.
Indeed, though he is in quite a safe space.
Of course, I am here.
And hmm and I'm here
Oh,
as well. I did grow up here after all.
Well, you are leaving the room.
And mhm, he'll be all right being alone for just a few minutes. And she'll open up the door and walk outside and go to, I believe that Percy took the first door. So I'll knock on the door. Percival.
Percy?
Percy.
Hang on. I'm checking to see on how distracted he may or may not be at the moment.
Okay. Would like to do it because he's not been in a space like this. Ooh,
And my
TikTok.
message that I sent you before session.
TikTok.
You don't get a response from your knocks.
Where am I? Wait a minute.
Luthien would kind of huff because she knows a little bit
found it.
about
Never mind.
how Percy is.
Oh,
Huh?
I'm broken. Never mind. Put that away on her. That's illegal.
Right. Somebody she hasn't been updated.
I forgot to do my homework, okay?
I tried to get you to.
It's fine on the other areas. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to use the one in Foundry right now.
Mhm.
But
So
I'll tag you both in the channel so you can.
so Luthien would open up the door and kind of take a look around. I would like to just kind of do a perception check to see, where's Percy? What's this room look like? All that sort of stuff. And that would be a shit, my dice don't like me. That would be a 10.
Probably see a little bit of the room that Ari described at the start, and
Mhm.
maybe a glimpse of. You would see his pure white trench coat hanging off of a chair, and
Mhm.
he's just standing back towards the door, in front of the bed.
Luthien would come up and gently touches his arm near his shoulder like she normally does and just goes, "Percy, are you okay?"
Percival turns to you, and you notice on his face, from the bridge of his nose to the top of his brow, is covered in complete blackness. And as he looks to focus, you see that his whole eyes are completely black, and they swirl down into his pupil as he slams a tome shut in his hands. Luthien, I didn't hear you come in. Is there a problem?
Okay, I'd like to roll an insight. That is 15 with 22. Uh, does Percy seem shaken or what? What can I get from this? What's going on, Percy?
No shaken, just
He was
Spooked.
studying, man.
he was just
Okay,
he was just reading a book.
all right. And Lithium would kind of look at him, glance at the book, raise her eyebrow, and goes, "Well, good morning. Obviously, you didn't notice that I came in or that I knocked. Um, I think TikTok is sick. If a being like him can be sick, he's actually sleeping. His eye isn't blue right now. He is full on shut down. I put him in
Where?
my bed. Vaiks is in there. You can go and get him.
You say Vaiks is in there, and the tome is now back onto his hip under his bag. He grabs his trench coat and he walks out of the door. Which one is yours? Where's your room?
And she just takes his hand and leads her into her room and just he's right there. He's fine.
I am going to walk up and inspect the little robot man. Can I do a... Well, I want to say medicine. It might not be... I'll do a perception and a medicine check.
You could realistically do an investigation.
That's the one that I wanted.
and-
I didn't see investigation. There it is.
Hmm. Give me 2 seconds while you do that.
Okay. I have rolled a 21 for my investigation check.
Hello?
Hello?
He's in the room, yeah. Percy's in
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
I said give me 2
Kinda
seconds because I'm
brushed-
trying
he
to
brushed right by you.
I said give me 2 seconds because I'm trying to fix something
No, you're
on
good.
my
You're good.
end.
You're good, you're good.
Difficulties.
I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna re in a minute. I'm gonna re. You're gonna re too? Okay, you can re your ass out of my fucking room with how annoying you're being right now.
Is that my
Yes,
son?
you.
Is that
Get
my
out.
pin?
Goodbye. Good night. Jesus, why does
Good
today
night.
have to be the day that everything fucking breaks? Everything was working fine!
It's our campaign. Nothing works fine.
Stop saying that. It's just a curse. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Hello.
Hello.
This child is unnaturally still.
But he does that sometimes. As he's like frantically like looking over just a
And-
catatonic TikTok.
Luthien just goes, he seems physically fine. I didn't see anything wrong when I moved him into the bed. He might just be tired after last night. I know that it was a lot for him.
If neither of you are telling Vaiks that this is not a humanoid child, like an actual human child, you're gonna need to do a deception check at this point.
Yeah, she's pretty convinced this child's fucking dead.
He's just got what's that sleep thing?
Trancing.
Well, no, not well. I mean, yeah, we could say trancing. I was thinking more of the disease that makes you
Comatose?
fall asleep. Yeah, well, comatose. Yeah.
Narcolepsy?
Catatonic?
Yeah,
Narcolepsy?
narcolepsy. He's just narcoleptic, guys. We just still gotta like bully him about it. An 18 to deception, as I lie by omission.
Would it be a lie by omission?
It still counts as a lie.
Okay, that's a 22 for Luthien on deception check.
And Vikes, what did you roll?
Okay, so that's a 19 plus 10.
Holy shit.
Yeah, neither of you
Wow.
are getting away with
Why
it.
even ask us to roll at that point?
Yeah, we're not
In
lying
case-
to her.
In case they rolled really low.
And Luthien, she doesn't feel like she could mention anything to Vikes. it's obvious that she's sort of taking cues from Percy as far as what she is revealing about TikTok.
Vikes will look
Am I?
at Percival, look at Luthien. Her eyes like piercing. Check his hand. I shall go get Taverick. And she will leave. And you will realize that no one told you where Taverick's room was.
Well, she has a 1 in 2 chance of actually getting Taverick. Otherwise, Yolvana's going to get a really spooky awakening.
She has a 1 in
True.
3 chance of getting it right because of the fact that there are actually 6 doors in this hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did my 21
So,
investigation get anything for this poor robot boy?
yeah.
I will let Lefty DM you.
Cool. Okay.
Could I also roll investigation, please? Because
Sure.
now that we have a moment and Luthien isn't trying to
There is one thing
cover her
there
ass.
is one thing that Vikes did say. Check his left hand.
Yep.
And-
So that is a unnatural 20 as Luthien goes up, and I could see her checking his hand and just sort of checking him over a little bit closer.
So, Bam, I
Okay,
private
TikTok.
messaged you.
Okay, TikTok. Okay, TikTok. Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ.
I know,
TikTok's cousin.
right? I know. Jesus fuck.
What's up?
And Luthien got an unnatural 20 for investigation for TikTok and
Can I,
looking at his hand.
as a player, can I subscribe to therapy? Jesus
Mhm.
Christ.
Before you even do that, Percival is already opening it and taking out a crumpled piece of paper.
You go to open this, try to open it, and it does not budge.
Man, that sucks, doesn't
Like,
it?
imagine like death grip on a robot.
Fucking toddler strength, this rat bastard.
You can see that it looked like it was. It's not like in the best condition. It's very crumbled up and slightly torn. And you see just like a lot of black streaks kind of like poking out. But it's like death grip tight. You might have to use some WD-40 or something.
Luthien just sees that and goes, "Wait a moment," and goes to one of the like shelves that she has in her room and pulls out a little tiny thing of oil that she has used in her jewelry making, and goes, "Since he's mechanical, this might work." And she seems very like hesitant, but goes in and carefully drips some of the oil on his joints of his fingers and begins just slowly moving them and working them open.
Okay. We're going to take 5, unfortunately, because I need to restart my computer.
Oh boy. Found out while I'm gone, Vaiks is coming to see me.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
I wonder if I can electrocute TikTok and get him rebooted, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I haven't been told that he's been interfered in any way.
I feel
Yeah.
like if Taverick were there, because Taverick saw the lightning.
Yeah, you and Yolvana are the only people who would have. You, Yolvana, and TikTok, and I think maybe Vikes were the only people to have seen him actually get affected by magic in recent times
Mhm.
of any kind.
Mhm.
And
So that's why I haven't like.
yeah.
innately done.
And Taverick knows that the electricity rebooted him essentially.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyone ever found out if
And
he has a
Luthien
battery?
gets like,
He says he charges, but nothing like
On
he
what?
needs. He has like a bat. I don't
he
know.
trances. He like solar energy charges.
He sucks up the arcana in the room. I don't.
No one's ever figured out what he eats? Oh my god. Vaiks is gonna have a field
haven't
day.
had time
Vaiks is gonna have a
to
field day.
inquisitive this little robot.
Oh, Vaiks is
The
gonna have a
ball was
field
my
day.
first actual break.
Vikes is going to mom both Luthien and TikTok and go, you need to eat. You both need to sleep. Eat the food.
But it's like
TikTok eats,
it's-
doesn't he?
it's the most
No, he doesn't.
it'll be the most like chill momming you'll ever experience.
He canonically hasn't eaten anything.
vaguely
He has a
threatening.
rotten soft taco.
Yeah, TikTok doesn't have a mouth. He doesn't have a way to eat the food.
Maybe he's moldy. Maybe he needs a bath.
That's a great idea. Let's put the semi-functional toaster
yeah, you know
in the
what?
water.
No, that's so true.
I mean, live, laugh, toaster bath.
Nah, no. Dragon.
Yes.
Jail for 1,000 years.
To taking a bath with a toaster.
Incredible.
I'm not the only one.
Jail for 1,000 years. Jail for 1,000 years. I caught that in 4K.
Okay, but okay. It is a joke between Tavrik and I because he works in healthcare.
Yeah.
And for Valentine's Day, I got him a sticker that says "Live, Laugh, Toaster Bath" on it.
I know it's a joke. You can still go to jail for it.
Okay, I'll go to the funny prison.
Comedic jail for 1,000 years, please.
Okay.
I thought you had to be funny to go to comedic jail.
I thought it was
Yeah, which is why you're not going there, love. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oof.
brutal.
why am I
Catching strays.
catching strays? I'm just
Oh,
gonna go
man.
back to my mute.
I just am doing real good to not look at your guys' thingies. Because I see all.
Yay. Secret.
Oh, I got.
Oh, I grabbed that. That shit's. Nope.
Oh, hang on. I got my latest one.
Oh no. I need therapy for what you're putting in your shit. Oh my god! Lefty!
I want C. Give me trauma.
Which one am I showing to the editor?
there's
Yeah, which one? Which one's
Let
in
me see trauma too.
I'm gonna delete.
it'll be in the recording. Which one's I would say which one's going to the editor? I'm the editor, by the way.
Give me a
Oh,
second.
thank God.
No, you'll see it.
There we go.
That one, the most recent one. Oh shit!
Are they?
Oh
art?
my god!
Is it
Oh my
blurry?
god!
Is it fucked up?
You like
visions
that?
of our friends?
I hate that actually. Oh my god!
I am so good at video games.
Holy fuck!
Look, Copper. Yeah.
I'm committing war crimes.
It got
You like-
worse. The first two, I was like, okay, those are fucked up. Those are like, okay, this is like creepy. This one,
I know. When Aries like, I'm gonna shut down my computer, I was like, no.
I've got it. I was gonna show both of them. I have them saved already.
Do you see the things hidden throughout it?
Yes, that's why I said, oh my god, what the fuck? I think honestly, the typing on the the typing on the last one, but the drawing on the first one or the second one is hi, hello, welcome back. I've been scarred. Anyway, how are you doing?
You're loading up. Discord's being a butt.
Yeah, no, I saw them. I saw them. I see them. I saw them.
I'm putting it for Ari.
Oh, yeah, part of the description. Ah, beautiful. Wonderful. Yeah, some fucked up shit. I'm looking at the thing Lefty sent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked him which one is the one in his hand, and he deleted the other ones he didn't like as much.
Ugh.
Well, all of them are fucked.
I still have them all.
I know. I have them too. Are they in your book?
Yeah.
I never put that book down. I just realized that. I never said I put that down. I still have it.
Well,
Uh-huh.
this isn't. The here. Let me grab throw that other one. Because I didn't know you had the book.
I realized that I never said I put it down, which means Vaiks is just running around with it in their arms. So yeah.
Well, there's a lot.
Well, I have it. Do I read it? Probably not. But I have it.
Well, let me just compile all these now.
Oh my god. I sigh, but I'm really excited. Anyway.
Lefty, when and how did you make these?
Oh my god! I don't know. Could not tell you. I didn't. That's all I'll tell you. I didn't do that. But it's there. Oh, wait, I have a question. When Percival sat up, did that, like, blackenedness go away? Or is it still...
When he wasn't sitting, he was standing in front of the bed, and when Luthien
Mhm.
touched him, I said that from the nose to the eyebrows is almost a black mask of ink, and as he turns to look, it seeps away, and
Okay.
his entire blackened eye swirls into his pupil as he focuses on Luthien.
Okay. I was like, did that go away? Or is he just like, fuck?
That's not on him when he was there.
Okay. That was just...
A hastily thrown on white trench coat is, however.
Is he naked?
No, he just had a tunic on.
Oh.
So he had like his normal pants and his tunic, but his trench coat was hanging up.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like, wait a minute. That's just a player question. More than anything.
I'm good.
You're good. Good. It's good to know. Good to know you're good.
If you haven't learned from the first interaction when I word lawyered my way out of you questioning my business, I am very peculiar with how I word my phrases.
It's gorgeous. I love it. It'll be very needed.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, my partner's a fae. I've learned to deal with the ways.
Yeah, that's fair.
What was happening was I was
I-
trying to get a note out of TikTok's hand as Vaiks, who still is holding TikTok's book, gets Taverick, and Luthien was going to give me like oil or something to try and help.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so Luthien has a little bit of like oil that she uses in jewelry making for when she needs to lubricate something. So she is very carefully putting that in like the joints of TikTok's fingers and hand, trying to loosen it up, slowly moving everything, being very careful not to force it to the point of breaking, but to loosen things up and helpfully get his hand open so that they can get this slip of paper out.
So Lefty, with the role that Dragon had, did you send them any information regarding that, please? It was what, dirty 20?
It was just to investigate, right? The hand.
Yeah, it was investigating. the
Well,
hand.
it was investigating TikTok as a whole and also opening up his hand and that sort of stuff. So,
Send you because you and Bam practically the same thing.
yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna send you the same thing because you and Bam both got similar.
Okie dokie.
The parchment is the big thing.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
I private DM you, but I forgot that we had this thing. So
Oh, you're good. Okay.
and now that we're both together, you guys both passed or did it, and we're now talking it out. You also know, like he has just like a singed mark.
Mhm.
Singe?
Singed,
Yeah.
On his hand?
like a burn mark. It's where a particular streak of a certain electric.
No. Yeah, why not? What? You're sure. My fucking son, god damn it.
Okay,
So-
so while they're processing that,
That would be everything from those.
okay. Vikes is headed to get Taverick.
Mm-hmm.
Vikes. There are 6 doors. You've come out of the one closest to the entry. Across from that is where Percival had come from, but you might know that. You recognize the one at the far end on the left and know that that is not where Taverick would be.
Would I be in my room at this time,
Yes, you are.
despite what I asked earlier? Would I
This is
not be out and about looking around?
first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really anywhere to go because you go down the hallway and then you find yourself into the main patron's bar, which has got next to nobody in it right now.
Okay. I thought this place was much bigger.
It
Yeah,
is bigger,
probably don't have
but you
access
don't have
to-
access to a lot of things.
Yep.
That's right.
And Emery is nowhere to be found.
Mm.
They're gonna come home with a fucking singe mark. Watch it.
Okay.
Okay, so I would be in my room then. Never mind.
Okay. Is Taverick the type to snore?
No, he's up at this point.
Okay. Then I would like to try my best to zone out the very obvious panic noises from Luthien's room and attempt to hear for movement in the other rooms.
The obvious panics. roll me perception.
Perception. I can do that. Thank you. Perception is. I got a good modifier. Oh, hold on, it's loading. You crashed. I tried. I rolled real dice. 17.
Yeah,
Bruh, the problem is that I can't roll digitally if I don't have the fake rolling. Anyway, 17.
you could gauge that he is in the second door to the left when you go out into the hallway because there is no movement from obviously there's no movement across the hall.
I'll say this.
You hear a bunch of birds chirping behind the door, the second door on the right.
You could probably hear a very faint tinking noise coming from behind the door. Because you said I have blacksmith stuff in there, right?
Yeah, for
Okay.
exploration and testing things.
Mm-hmm.
Vaiks will.
I'd say Taverick after. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Upon first glance, what would Vaiks see in Percival's open bedroom door?
I don't know exactly where the bed, like how the room,
Oh.
like what's directly across from but probably like the shelves of potion bottles, maybe the bed with the like linens all folded nicely and the fancy clothes at the foot of it.
Does it look like he slept in the bed?
He slept in the bed, but it's just made.
Okay. Early riser.
Oh, great.
She will turn to her left. She will pause at the next set of doors. Look to her left, look to her right. Presume that the hunter has the birds. And knock on the other door. There's 3 flat knocks.
On Taverick's door.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I hope Taverick's door.
Yeah, you'll hear the tinking stop for a moment, and just from kind of the corner of the room, he'll call out and go, "Who is it?"
It is Vaiks. Hello.
Oh, hello. One moment, and you'll start hearing him kind of put some tools away and stuff. You're more than welcome to come in. I apologize. I was invested in something.
She will open the door and walk in. She's currently holding what appears to be TikTok's book. Clutched in her fairly thin arms, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Taverick he'll kind of be like wiping this, maybe some of the soot or sulfur off of his hands with a rag, and he'll look over his shoulder at Vikes and see the book, and it's TikTok's book, right? Like I'd recognize that. Or is this?
With it being, does she essentially have her arms around it?
Yeah, like crossed. She's like
You'd
hugging
have to
it.
make a perception check to see how much of it you would see,
Okay.
or insight to see if you recognize it.
I'll do a perception. I gotta find my stats. Hang on. 23.
Yeah, you would recognize this as the TikTok sketchbook.
May I ask what you're doing with TikTok sketchbook?
I was asked to retrieve it. It was on the ground.
Retrieve it by who? Did Luthien ask you to?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, one sec. Oh, well, I can hold on to that for you and return it to her.
I have
And
been
he'll
asked to retrieve it.
extend. Well, then.
I
Go
was also asked to retrieve you.
Oh? For what reason?
You're not your child. The little one is sleeping.
Yes, he usually does that.
He will not wake.
And upon hearing that, Taverick will probably, like, his eyes will go wide for a moment with, like, that, oh shit. And he'll kind of start running out towards, I wouldn't say running. He'll be,
He might rush
I guess, a
past
little
her,
frantic.
honestly.
Yeah, he might rush past her and just be like, "Oh shit, what's going on with TikTok?"
And she will
The dad walk.
she will
Yeah, the dad walk.
she will follow almost like casually behind him. No rush, just like, ah yes. Calm.
So Taverick will come to the front of the room. Do I hear anything when I'm approaching?
You hear Percy, let me know if this is okay, but you hear just a little bit more, Percy. You need to make it really wet if we want to get in there.
Oh my god. Oh, oh
As
no.
they're trying to to pry
You
open
need to put more on it,
TikTok's
god damn
hand.
it, it's not moving.
Push harder.
Oh my. Tavrik was like mid-knock when he heard
No, the
this.
door's
And his
open.
hand is now hovering.
Yeah, the door's
Oh,
open.
the door's just open?
Yeah. The
I
door's
think he's
Yeah, door's
standing.
open.
He's standing just around the corner. He'll slowly turn the Vike and just be. You're sure it's TikTok that they're speaking about?
I don't know what I'm doing. This is my first time with this experience.
Why, yes.
You just
What else would it be?
push.
Ah, you have
It's
Smith
not that
tools.
simple.
Mayhaps
You
they
make
could help.
it wet and you push it open.
Mayhaps not.
I hate this.
Mayhaps not. Variables have changed.
Tavrik will turn the corner and just go. Sorry, one sec. That was bad to do.
In that, as he's like turning the corner and like peeking through, Vex is gonna use that opportunity to look at this book.
Would I be able to see that she's doing that behind me?
Not if she's behind you.
Would I hear pages rustling or anything?
How
Pages
distracted would
flipping
you
in the
be
book?
seeing Percival kneeling on the side of the bed with Luthien over them with a catatonic robot on the bed? Would you be pretty
can
distracted
pick
by that
one
sight?
thing to be worried about. Are you going to be more in tune with the fact that TikTok is catatonic, or more in tune with the fact that this person who was really creepy last night and waved at you after you were very vaguely kind is behind you? Which one are you going to pick? One.
Very much tuned into Vike. Because
Like,
I think I would trust Percival and Luthien enough to know what they're doing with TikTok.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, she would say, mayhaps not, and then open the book. As if that'll give her any answers.
then you
But you
hear the
do,
book opening.
you would actually note that she did say you have Smith tools.
Hmm.
Do I need to roll?
I
anything?
don't trust her.
She has clearly observed this child is not an actual living child, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So just make choices.
What do you do?
I noticed Tavrik walking into the room,
Mhm.
and I
Yes.
immediately point at him. You were with him all of last night during the party. Did anything happen at all that might cause him to have this effect? Did you give him anything? Did he eat anything? Did he drink anything?
No, not that I know of. I mean, can I look over TikTok while I'm explaining things?
You would be rolling with
Seeing what's-
disadvantage
Yeah.
because you're trying to recall and also investigate at the same time.
You were drunk.
And you had been drinking.
I mean, I at least remember stepping in front of,
Mhm.
putting my body between TikTok and
AC.
the AC. I think I would at least remember that.
Mhm.
I mean, there was one thing last night. AC tried something with TikTok, and I put myself between them, but I didn't think it affected him in any way.
I'm hearing that I am going to cast Detect Magic on TikTok or do like an arcane investigation or an arcana check to see if what is happening could possibly be a magic effect, or if it's just he's stopped functioning.
Need to borrow TikTok for a minute.
Uh-oh.
I
Yeah.
was
I
I
mean,
Based
was
off of
also-
information I just received. So give me
oh yeah.
give me
Mm.
give me a moment with the boy.
What? I didn't do anything wrong, did I?
No, I'm just
Hmm.
honor can witness since honor is technically my recording for posterity.
Yes. I'll be down all day again. Oh, I've been thrown
I
already.
didn't do anything. I didn't
It's
do
more like
anything
what's your
wrong.
classification of open? I think is
Uh,
what we're wondering here. When is this supposed to
So-
trigger, and what are you looking for to wake up?
Yeah.
Because you put this in, so
Are you okay? One, I listen to Ari, not you. That's recording.
Listen. They're helping me. Okay. Anyways. Yeah.
No, so the idea is it's a failsafe that's prompting him that will prompt him to wake up because he's in a shutdown state.
Yeah. Oh.
okay.
Okay. Okay. So if someone tries to open him,
Yeah.
Is it-
It's like the Batman
Is it like
when
his?
someone tries to remove his cowl.
Oh, okay. So if they try to like open up his like
shocking. Yes, try to open up the
His
thing
tummy.
to look inside him
okay.
because inside of him is a very powerful Ari.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I was just trying to make
defensive
sure.
measure.
Listen, I'm just trying to make sure I understand what the angle is here.
Okay. Detect magic would not.
Why?
It's just we just haven't got that because Vaiks over here is flirting with Percival and Luthien and Taverick.
No, she's no. Vikes is being autistic.
She's looking
and
at
they're
the book.
I was hoping for schematics, man.
Yeah.
No, it's a drawing.
Know that.
It was.
Tingle,
I even
tingle.
told you what it was.
Tingle, tingle.
Anyway,
People, Honor asked me in person
I wanted
Okay.
to.
what was in the book.
For my clarification as well, what is your thought that caused the shutdown in the first place?
Okay. So I kind of explained it to Honor, but
The end of the summary.
kind of had an emergence.
He did. He
Hmm.
did. I saw that part. Kind of.
So the drawings that you've been seeing, those were all written by
I assumed.
and this while TikTok was shut down the whole time.
Okay.
So when they tried to repair or look at him, because they haven't got a chance to actually do that yet,
They've just been investigating. Yep.
Yep.
Exterior investigation.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
A shocking grasp will affect the person that's interacting with him
hmm
while prompting me TikTok to wake up in defensive mode.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious whether or not what your definition of open him was, because they've been trying to open his hand for like 5 minutes in game. The little noodle hand. So
Oh my
I was
3 DMs in a trench coat. 3 GMs in a trench coat live Sunday night.
Anywho, okay, that tracks.
Do you have like high bandwidth? There we go.
Oh,
So yeah, so when they try to mess with him essentially, because no one's actually messed with him.
Yeah. They've just tried to open his hand.
does anyone have shocking
Yeah, like-
grasp?
No, like I said, it's just a shocking grasp
Yeah,
effect.
he has shocking grasp as an autocast at that point.
Yeah, I was just wondering if anybody else had shocking grasp.
I don't know.
Mm.
It's just an electric
I
effect
think
that's a cantrip.
Percival does.
So
Yeah, I think Percival.
I didn't
is.
want to say a lightning bolt shoots up out of him.
It'd be funny.
So I did a shocking grasp.
It would be funny.
Be kind of funny.
It would be, but
Anyway, okay. Thank you.
the idea was like from
Um,
the Batman.
Batman cowl.
No, actually, he doesn't have it. He has Lightning Lure and Eldritch Blast. Ooh, okay,
Well,
interesting.
It have to be like it's just
Uh,
you can just use the spell shocking grasp as the damage.
well, no, it's more like if they try to shock you, or did they have? Would they? What I'm
they
expecting.
could the closest they could get would be the prestidigitation, like what AC did the night before.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking that they would try to do, and I don't know if that would be enough to turn off or turn on a shutdown. You know, that's what I was wondering. If
Maybe.
they got something.
If that's what they end up doing, that could also do it.
Okay.
Like kickstart.
Now I have the clarity, and
Mhm.
we can slip back in there.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't realize I made it like not.
No,
I-
you're good.
that-
I'm just autistic and need to understand what the end goal is, or
Mhm.
what the cause was, so that I can justify it in my brain, story wise.
Yeah.
You Gucci, you
Yeah.
Gucci, you Gucci. I'm
And
just
it's like the first actual thing that impacted TikTok, so I wanted to make sure.
yeah. Oh, good. Okay.
All right, we good?
Good.
Welcome back.
I got yelled at and jumped by GMs.
Uh-oh, why?
Sounds like a fun Friday night to me.
No, you didn't.
Anywho.
You're fine.
No, I didn't.
No,
I'm just
No.
giving everybody else worry.
You're a liar. Stinky liar. Anywho.
Okay.
Carry on.
So you guys are trying the oil. Asks and then interrogation of Taverick. Prestidigitation.
Uh-huh.
I read the book.
I was
closed the book.
asking if I could do an Arcana check or detect magic, whichever one would be more appropriate, to see if it is a magical influence that is causing the little robot to be fucked up.
Technically be Arcana.
And can I do an investigation to see if there's any like mechanical noises or anything?
I feel like at this point, any of them could also just communicate the fact that there is nothing coming from him.
It's a 16 Arcana.
Is TikTok made out of lead?
What was your Arcana? Bam.
16.
Yeah. Okay. Lefty on the surface, or in general, in particular areas.
So I was trying to type it all out. But yeah.
You can explain what. I know you're trying to also answer another question, but you can explain.
Okay.
Where and what and how he sees with his 16 Arcana.
You would see that he is made of just like standardized like metal. So there's not really any magical effects besides the gems inside his palms, his eye, and underneath his clothing would be magical runes that's kind of traced down the right side of his chest, torso.
Okay. Just runes. But nothing that would, like... Well, I guess I've never really Arcana checked this robot before.
No one's really fully investigated this robot before.
Yeah, Percival is kind of kicking himself real hard right now because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Especially after Vaiks asked what he eats.
I've asked that question before.
Like, what does
I
he
got
charge?
no answer.
What does he charge off of?
You see that the runes kind of go down into a circular pattern that's halfway through down his chest area.
I'm gonna push it. See if it's a power button. Turn it off and on again.
Is that something that ma'am kind of like says? by the way? Like you tell everybody about the runes?
Ooh.
Knowing that you have Vaiks in the room.
Yeah, I don't think he would. Do I are the runes just?
What
Do I
languages do
recognize any
you
of them?
know?
I know primordial, infernal, abyssal, draconic, and common.
It's draconic.
Cool. Okay.
I believe
The
that
runes
Luthien
don't.
knows Draconic as well.
The runes don't particular say like a sentence or statement,
Yes.
but is like a
Mhm.
magical like a magical spell effect. So do what you will on that one.
Okay.
Okay,
Um,
can I ask a question above table real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want me to distract Vike and get her out of the room?
Vaiks with a K.
Vikes.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, my
it's
throat's
okay,
not
you're
great.
good. No.
Are you sure? Because I
Well,
think I
I am
can.
gonna
If you
do a
want to
Hail
try some,
Mary, and I've seen
I mean,
Emery shut down Vikes and command Vikes as a character.
yes. But if you want to try something with her not in the room, I think I do have a way of getting her out of it.
That is your decision, because I am gonna try a thing in a minute that may or may not work or do nothing.
Do we
Mhm.
want Vikes to see it? Is what I'm trying to ask.
They know all about me already. They know of my scholarship, I would assume, of both potion and of magic, so it wouldn't really bother me as much.
But this is more so for TikTok.
We're gonna have explaining to do. At this
Yeah.
point, Percival does not really give a shit about who is in the room. He may be reserved and quiet about what he is seeing, but anything that is happening from here on out, he is just trying to get the bot up and running.
Okay.
Yeah. And Luthien would know that Vikes is intelligent enough to already have an inkling about what's going on. So Luthien is just one. Vikes was allowed in here and allowed back in this area, which they would need Emery's permission for. And Emery would only do that if things would be okay-ish.
Mm.
now, whether or
So,
not
Luthien,
Taverick could individually decide, oh, I'm just going to get her out of the room. That's entirely
Yeah,
something he
that
could
would-
just do.
that would be a Taverick decision.
Yes. Well, I don't know if you
Would
guys
not.
need me.
No, we would not. That is all up to whatever Taverick is going to be doing right now, because so far Luthien is trying to get something out of TikTok's hands, and Percival is just hovering above the body and is about to place his palm on it. That's all you can really see.
She's
So
currently
Luthien would
reading.
look up at-
She's currently reading.
Uh-huh. And Luthien would look up at Percy and go, "What's your plan? What's your idea?"
He's just gonna put his palm on his hand and cast specifically over the runes that he knows are in there, and cast Prestidigitation to have a little bit of electricity, almost like a defibrillator on the robot, and just crackle out a little bit over his fingertips to see if that like jump starts the magic runes or something.
DM, can I describe what happens?
Oh.
Absolutely.
So that's what you do?
Yeah, electricity crackles from under Percival's coat down his spine, bouncing between the gems on his arm into the palm that is touching TikTok.
I need you to make a deck saving throw.
Oh no.
Do I need to as well? Because I am, like,
Nope.
essentially holding TikTok, trying to get his
You're holding,
his
touching
hand
him.
open.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
yes,
I'm touching
you
him.
you also would need a dex save throw.
I was joking about the robot exploding and everyone dying part, by the way.
Dex save.
Yeah.
That would be a 25.
All right.
17.
All right. Luthien passes. Percival fails. You will take 10 points of lightning damage. Percival 5 on Luthien.
Oh God. Okay.
As as soon as your magic touches those ruins, a jolt of lightning travels through it and impacting both Percival through his lightning, through his spell effect, and Luthien touching the TikTok's body. And as soon as you do, TikTok just shoots up, and his eyes, blood, like his eye sockets, like dark red, and he just blares out. Systems compromise. Systems compromise. Defensive alert. Defensive alert.
No,
Initiating
fuck.
protocols. Initiating protocols. Must maintain integrity of structural unit. CM unit 001 TT. Must maintain structural unit 001 CM TT. And this is like on repeat. And then just immediately like turns and stares, blood like stares right at you, Percival.
Hey, buddy. What's going on there, man? Are you okay?
He's going FCG on us.
I just swear to God.
So Luthien kind of like jumps back as the lightning hits her and just kind of holds up her hands, and there's a burn mark on her palm from where the lightning hit her, and she's just like, TikTok, it's okay. We're not trying to hurt you. We were trying to wake you up. You weren't waking up.
Identification, analysis, proceeding. Identified. Percival, friendly relations to CM unit 001 TT. Luthien, friendly relations to CM unit 001 TT. Scanning. Taverick, friendly relations, CM unit 001 TT. Defensive mode initiated. Defensive mode protocol no longer deemed required. Safety precautions is being advised. CM unit 001 TT resume primary functions. Slumps. Hello.
And at the hello, Luthien just falls to her knees next to his head and just, I swear, TikTok, don't ever do that again.
My apologies. I do not seem to know what I have done. Was this in regards to
He
when
didn't even finish that sentence before Percival grabs him and just hugs him as tight as he can.
this must be what you individuals refer to as a hugging embrace. I too will receive your hugging embrace, and in turn, you will receive my hugging embrace.
And
Sure.
Luthien just
Apparently, my
stands up.
arms are not long enough.
Alright.
Luthien stands up and puts a hand on TikTok's back and goes, I couldn't wake you up. We were really worried.
Taverick, were you trying to speak?
I am DMing it to TikTok.
Uh-oh.
No, it's okay. It's how my character reacted, that's all. Continue.
I do not quite understand. I have been
You
here
were
the whole time.
Yes.
Physically,
Well,
yes.
you were sitting in the corner And unlike whenever you go into your recharging stasis, you weren't moving. We couldn't wake you up, TikTok.
I understand. Recollection of the past 8-hour events seems to be incorrupted and unrecoverable.
Oh, well, that's great. I was just about to ask on how this happened, but it's okay. It's okay. You're okay. That's what matters. You're fine.
I am all systems online.
What
Who
was
is this individual?
Hello, I am
And
Vaiks.
it's kind of. I understand. You were the one that was interacting with Taverick. So brave, so suave.
Yes, hello, I am Vaiks, attendant to the Viceroy.
Who?
AC, remember Emery's friend with the long white hair that we met last night?
Based on calculations, within 8 hours includes the time of the ball.
Yeah, he wouldn't really know about that.
Hello.
The ball. Did we attend the ball?
We did.
Splendid.
I'm gonna roll as TikTok is talking and interacting. I rolled an insight I think perception is what I rolled. Perception check to see if like there are more like if he's actually functioning or if he's more like how he was when we picked up the branch when we first met him, and that was the 19. Like, is he sparking? Is he just existing? Is his like hands tweaking or something?
Nope.
Just
He's
normal.
fine. He's back. He's normal.
Vaiks will
Okay.
would look at Percival and then look at Taverick and say, "You are a smith. Is this automaton not yours?"
Mm.
Percival.
She's looking at Taverick.
Oh, she's
Taverick,
looking at
yes,
me.
yes.
She's looking at
Yeah.
Taverick,
Got the
the
smithing
one with
tools.
smith tools.
Because you have smith tools.
Did you craft a child for Yelvana and Percival?
Taverick is like looking over at Percival and being like, what the fuck do I say?
There's like there's
It's
a
like
moment
that
of
look
like
on
a
his face
softness
of
in his
like,
eyes of being, oh, that was so cute. No.
like
He doesn't
he
know
kind
what
of
he's
has this look of like intense, prolonged eye contact.
She stares right
Yeah.
back, just smiling. Luthien, are you certain I
What?
must not update the records?
I don't
And
know.
Luthien
Is it?
just
I don't know what's
smiles
been
and
told.
Luthien just smiles and goes, I'm sure.
But they
I mean, I've worked on TikTok, yes,
so you
but
crafted them
as
this child.
yes, and I'm just looking at Percival.
Deception
Just
time.
I have no idea what you're doing, but it's not gonna work.
I
Oh,
don't know.
Just
oh my!
struggling so hard, like
You
shaking his
I
head.
have.
Like, no, I
Oh,
don't
okay,
know.
I'll put it this way. I have been asked a question. I don't know how to respond to it because I don't know what you guys.
well, Taverick said a yes.
I don't know what you guys have told. I don't know what you guys have told Vikes.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You don't.
Nothing.
You don't know, but you.
I've been told nothing.
Pretty much.
You have no way of knowing what
Percival
Vikes has
had
or
a
hasn't
moment.
been told. So what do you say?
I will say yes. worked on them before. As far as what their origin creator is, I am unsure.
She's kind of like smiling and then smiling and then smiling, and then her smile slowly drops as he claims that he did not make this thing.
I don't know what you want me to say.
She thought you were doing something cool, and now she knows that you weren't. And hello, map change.
So you
Oh, hello.
So you do not know the source of this automaton?
Not at first glance, no, but that is something that I guess we have been looking into.
Hmm.
It is very unique and a very complex automaton, but I'm sure if we ask around, we can find some info on it.
Oh, I am CM TikTok. I am TikTok.
Hello, CM Unit 011. Classification TikTok. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Correction. CM Unit 001.
Correction made.
Right. Well,
And
after
Luthien
over.
just gets this look on her face as she looks between Vikes and TikTok, and this look just goes like, it's essentially, oh no, there's two of them now.
I think it's a little bit bigger than, oh no, there's two of them now.
Yeah.
Is this a new traveling companion? Percival, Luthien, and Taverick.
I don't know, man.
I
Are
have-
you sure you're good?
My current status is 100% operational.
I will say, no, TikTok. They're only visiting to our knowledge. They are not a traveling companion.
This is incorrect.
My apologies. Oh, never mind. Not my apologies.
God, we're gonna be here for fucking ever.
I have been a
Oh,
And Luthien looks up at Vikes and goes, all right, what is going on? Why are you here now that we have this crisis with the child resolved? What can I help you with?
I've been assigned to accompany you to the Jaded Forest.
fuck.
Another traveling companion.
Yes.
No, TikTok, not another. Well,
For Luthien, yes.
So AC and Emery sent you here to retrieve Havrick and I?
Were you not all assigned?
I was given no objective.
I did not see new primary directives.
Vaiks. Give me an insight check with advantage. Knowing how long you have worked with the Viceroy and Emery.
25.
You can easily presume, based off of the instructions you were given, that if these two, or rather three, aside from the two that Luthien is referring to, are unaware of the fact that they are expected to travel with the others, it is then your task to communicate that they are expected to travel with the others.
Yeah, she would kind of tilt her head to the side. This is not what was included in my report. I believe, as data was given, you are to accompany to the Jaded Forest. She's looking at Percival.
Any who gave a report? Who gave the report? Who gave this objective?
The Viceroy.
Yeah, fuck.
I received no other orders.
And
Well, that's a
Luthien
lie.
just looks at Percy and gives a small smile and goes, "Well, it looks like we'll be able to visit Yolvana's parents again."
I just want to go back to Pearl Peak. Um,
Oh, that is
That-
quite
that is-
remarkable.
that is the Jade Forest, right? Is in Orblin. I would know that. That was the forest that Vaiks mentioned, yeah?
Give me a history check.
Oh boy, I'm good at those. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah?
What does a 9 give me?
I
A 9 gives you a reroll.
I would
Does it?
I don't know. Give me a
So-
second.
Oh, hold on.
I'll take a history check as well, and that is
Yeah, a
Oh.
9 gives you a reroll.
That's TikTok saying that he's giving you a reroll, man.
I heard you, babe. Go, Paladin.
I was gonna say about this time Taverick is gonna say, well, while you all figure out the details, I'm going to go make sure everything is okay with TikTok physically in my little workshop. And I will try to leave with TikTok while you all discuss the details.
Hey,
Mm-mm.
um,
Hmm.
You know, when TikTok,
Nah,
when TikTok
all
does
I
it,
need is the nat 20. Percival, you recall the forest surrounding the city of Orblin is referred to as the Verdant Forest. And what is written on certain maps that you only recall being at the academy when trying to label where to find resources, the Jade Forest is beyond the reaches of Orblin. The Jade Forest is at the basin of the mountain, further
Oh,
east.
No. Uh,
need to pull up the world map.
no, I know where that is. Oh no.
And I did get a 18 for my history check. So that would be a 29 with modifier for
Same
the
thing.
Jade Forest. Okay.
Same thing.
There
And
is a
any other information that Luthien might know offhand about what they would find there, that sort of stuff?
There's not
Okay.
entirely that many records on it. You just know it from the maps, and that is beyond the reaches of Orblin.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you think about the map you recently copied that
Yep.
Isildir had,
Uh-huh.
that reflected where the Verdant Forest became the Jade Forest, and that is actually where you could recall seeing the markings of Arathorn's boundaries for patrol, and where also he was referring to animals behaving oddly, Percival,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
since it is further east from the paths you walked.
And Luthien would look to Percy and goes, if we're going there, then we're definitely going to want to at least speak with Arathorn a little bit further about what's been happening at the boundaries of his patrols.
There is a sigh of annoyance as he knows where he needs to go. Not at the fact that he's been tasked with it, but at the fact that he knows that he hates taking the caravan through those roads.
I'm glad you're reading my mind.
And Luthien just goes, do you think that the caravan will make it, or will we have to...
It will make it. I won't be happy, but it will make it.
It will be very slow.
Yeah, it will be excruciatingly, painfully slow.
Would it be better for us not to take the caravan past Orblin?
You got wings somewhere, Luthien? Because I don't really know how else we're gonna make it to that forest or that far into the forest without any supplies or cooking material or potion material.
All right, forget I asked. I was just thinking, I know we have a big half orc. We could load him up like a pack horse.
You also
What
have
the
technically
fuck?
3 horses between his horse and your horses. You also have
Bruh.
another person who might have other resources you haven't asked about, who has just told you they've been assigned to accompany you.
She just
Luthien would
smiling.
look to Vaiks.
She's just smiling.
Luthien would look to Vaiks and go, "What are our resources for this mission? Is there anything special we've been given? Any equipment, supplies by the Viceroy for this mission specifically?"
Do I have limits, God?
What do you require, or what would you attempt to ask?
Well, now knowing that the child's not a child, she'll look at where Tavrik and TikTok left, and then in the direction that she could assume Yelvana's room is. Then Luthien and Percival, and you can see numbers very quickly being crunched. I'm sure food could be supplied for at least 10 days. It would not be elaborate, but it would be dried, it would be sustenance, and you would be able to consume it no matter the delay. As for camping gear, Tavrik was very large.
Ain't no way you guys are using me as a fourth fucking horse.
Well, she doesn't know you guys have
You have
horses.
your own.
If
You know what?
Luthien would
Bam, you're so right. I should join a union.
all for the glory of the exalted.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. Yeah, I should join a
Fucking-
union.
I'm forced to work on my paid time off.
All for the
Oh,
Get
don't be a
used as a
crybaby.
fucking pack mule.
No, poor Tavrik.
Did Vaiks say dried food?
Of course.
No.
Do you have a means of keeping food without it being dried?
If we want anything fresh, we do have
Honey.
Yelvana,
Honey.
and
Honey,
I know.
you also have a bag of holding that puts things in stasis.
I know.
Multiple between the party, which you
Uh-huh.
can communicate.
I just love the idea of her asking, "Do you have magical refrigeration?"
But magic is illegal.
Magic is illegal. Yeah.
No, it's not. Certain
Luthien
magic
looks at
are
her
legal.
bag of holding, then Percy's bag of holding, and just kind of gestures and goes, "Well, we have the means to transport any fresh ingredients you would like. Not to mention, Yelvana is kind of the daughter of a huntsman. If we need to hunt something, we would be able to do that. Not to mention, we kind of have Tavrik, who is a roadsman and is constantly on the road, and thus I would hope has the good survival skills. If not, then he's got one hell of a lucky streak. So I think we'll be fine."
Vikes would look at the bag of holding on Luthien's hip and ask, "How many of those do you own?"
How many does Luthien own?
One.
It's more like as a general party. That's what she's asking.
Do you want to tell her how
3 or
many,
4?
or maybe you want to keep one
Yeah.
3
hidden
or
from
4.
her?
Luthien would go, "I believe that we have 3 or 4. Emery did supply us well for one of my last tasks.
Percy doesn't have his on him.
She looks a little perplexed. I see no reason why you would need to carry 2 tons of goods. Are you
Well,
unaware?
it's not like we.
Are you unaware of the limit of a bag of holding? It is 500 pounds.
I am very aware of the limit of the bag of holding. I remember you quizzing me on that as a child. I digress.
She blinks
Just
blankly.
that's
Not in there.
and
I'm gonna go wake up
Luthien
Yolana,
gets-
and I leave the room.
Okay, so
Mhm, mhm.
we'll follow Percival for a moment.
Yeah, go for
because-
it.
No, you don't want to stick with the autistic kids. I was just gonna let them have their moment.
No. We'll come back to that in a moment.
And I was gonna say I was gonna try to have a thing with TikTok too.
Yeah.
So
Do we want to
could
cut
do
over
that
to since we don't?
We could do that after.
Where do we want to cut?
The thing with Yolana will be brief.
That's fine.
So, plus it'll give Paladin a moment to coat his throat before he has a conversation.
Thank you.
So, Percival, you are leaving the 2 as Luthien has reminded a completely unaware Vaiks of, you used to quiz me on this as a child. And you exit the room just kind of frustrated, I'm assuming.
A little. It's very. He's been interrupted by his study because of a panic attack from a child, and now he's being told that he can't take his essentially mobile home into places, or he would have to choose to either not take it and hoof it, or to take it and be mad about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're going to the only unopened, well, of the 5 doors your party used.
Mhm.
The only other unopened ornate door in the middle of the hallway. Do you knock or do you just enter?
Giovanna's murdered in her bed.
I knock. No, I would knock on the door and go, Giovanna, are you awake? Are you decent?
You receive no answer.
You wait, you decent?
I knock
Because she's in a
again.
tree.
Do I hear anything on the other side of the door?
You hear the sounds of a moving forest and birds and wind rustling through trees.
Okay, I'm too curious to stop myself, so I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to slowly open the door. And I'm going to open them in 3, 2, 1, and then I open the door and I open my eyes.
The room is a little larger than the ballroom that you were in the night prior. And it's like a small piece of the forest of Orblin, of the verdant forest outside of the cabin, is captured here. And you don't see Yolana. You don't hear Yolana. You see a bunch of trees. You see birds flitting from one tree to the other, singing little morning songs. You've only just entered the room.
Too many things happen within the first hour of the Okay, he would take a couple more steps inside, scanning the tree line to see if he sees like a Yolvana shaped branch.
Ilvana shaped what?
Yolvana shaped like branch or something, like just like her figure in the tree line, knowing that she does wake up in those moments.
Okay. You were really well on your luck roll just then.
Cool.
um,
I didn't know.
I have a D100 on tap, essentially. makes it real easy.
Then and I also rolled another natural 20. This purple die is doing great tonight.
Oh,
Very well.
What are you doing?
Why are my pieces moving?
I moved you.
Perception.
Oh,
Are you going back towards your room?
yeah.
That's over this way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why I was moving your pieces.
The hallway looks the same on both sides.
Anyways. Percival, you see Giovanna's bundled up arm sleeping in the branches of one of the trees. By chance, you see the shifting of fabric as if she's wrapped in her sleeping bag in a branch at the back of the fucking forest. By chance.
I would start walking towards the tree. Kind of continuously and like bouncing around in cadence saying Giovanna. Before getting to the base of the tree and just loudly yelling her name up towards it.
And you hear a very... Roll me insight as I say this.
Seven.
With advantage, for fuck's sake.
You don't like my 7 insight?
No.
Okay, how about 17?
I'll take that one. I'll take that one for 17. You hear from the branch. What do you want, Percy? What do you want? It's too early for this. Early for anything. And then nothing. But with that 17 insight.
I didn't hear what she said.
Don't worry
What
about
do
it,
you
you're not in
want
the
to
room.
see? It's too early for this, it's too early for anything.
Oh, okay. Well, it's that last part that I didn't hear.
You're all good.
With a 17 insight, knowing the effects, you can immediately recognize that she's going to be like this for the rest of the day, sounding real sleepy, and real groggy, and real drugged up.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. Where did I keep that?
And the only reason she answered is because I rolled a 19 plus whatever her modifier is for perception.
Yeah. Knowing what that is,
With
He'll-
disadvantage.
he'll like back up and be like, okay, you know what? No, she'll be fine. She'll be okay. This is Brins. Nothing can get to her. She'll be fine. She'll be mad if I leave her. But she'll be fine. As he like walks out of the forest mumbling to himself.
Okay. Taverick and TikTok.
So after Taverick kind of turns the corner after leaving while they're all discussing stuff, he'll kind of walk a little quicker into his room and he'll shut the door, lock it behind him, and he'll walk over to the blacksmith area with TikTok and kind of like, if this is okay with you, TikTok, he'll kind of sit him down on one of the workbenches and he'll pull up a stool and sit down in front of TikTok. And he kind of has a very, Taverick is very serious for a moment. And he'll look at TikTok and say, do you really not remember anything from last night?
Unfortunately, my memory banks seem to have been corrupted. I do not recall any of the previous events.
So you don't remember AC hitting you with magic?
Who is this AC?
Someone I'm not sure we should trust.
Affirmative.
Especially after seeing you in the state that you were this morning.
Affirmative. This AC unit is deemed to be a untrustworthy individual.
No, not AC as in air conditioning. You know what?
Taverick.
Mm-hmm.
To me, an insight check on what he just said.
Oh shit, AC.
Wait.
Oh fuck. Hang on.
Say it
That
isn't so.
is not a natural 20,
Oh.
but it is really high because
Yeah.
how does a 28 sound?
Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
19 plus 9.
So TikTok.
Everybody's so good at insight.
I
So
got a boon, bitch.
jingle jingle. TikTok. What do you mean? This AC unit isn't trustworthy. What could he gauge with that 28 insight from what you mean?
So you get the idea that TikTok doesn't recall, but something is triggering that response.
Is that something of his own volition, or is that... Can I gauge whether that's one of his usual responses to things, or is
You
this...
got a 29,
He got
I got 28.
28.
Yeah.
You can gauge that is a automated response,
Mm.
pre-programmed.
Almost
Do you...
as if the programming recognized.
Like a command took hold, like as if you're reading from like a screen with a command prompt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Neat.
Why do you trust them, TikTok?
Affirmative. The AC unit is deemed not to be trusted.
Well, I think Taverick is taken back at the conflicting statements.
No, it's not conflicting. He did not say he was
Oh.
trustworthy. He said he is not trustworthy. The AC
Okay.
unit
Yeah.
is not to be trusted.
Okay.
Affirmative. 'cause
command-
you were-
Yeah, the affirmative is you have guessed correctly.
Okay.
Almost as if you put in an inquiry and that was the answer.
Okay.
So something has programmed TikTok to not trust AC.
Okay. And then I guess after hearing that and kind of confirming some of Taverick's suspicions, he will begin to kind of look over TikTok and make sure everything is okay physically. Kind of lifting up the arms, making sure there's no scratches or indents or, shrapnel sticking out or something.
Where that lightning effect that AC did to him, there's a singe mark,
Is there
like
anything
an electrical burn
significant?
residue.
Is it in like a pattern or anything, or is it just singe?
I don't know if there's a pattern or anything. That's up to you, DM.
Nope. It just looks like the entry mark for an electrical shock.
Okay. Um,
You realistically would recognize it as any type of lightning effect from magic in particular. Not like the way lightning strikes ground, but the way lightning magic hits a body or a target from your training days, if that helps.
mhm.
That's the closest you're going to get to it, but there's no like magical signature that you can glean from this unless you're going to do an outright like arcana check, which you are
I
not.
mean, I can deduce that this is the lightning that hit
Yeah.
him that I tried to intervene. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's in the same
Um,
spot.
Okay.
Maverick, are you well? You seem to be puzzled.
I
Are you upset that you did not receive a hugging embrace?
no. They'll laugh a little bit, and I just seeing you in the state that you were this morning worried me, TikTok. You are a very good friend, and I feel like I could have prevented what happened to you, is all. But I couldn't.
Maverick, I do not quite understand the events that occurred in the previous evening, but you have friendly relations with TikTok. So, as they say, this is water under the land connecting in structure.
um, I was also a bit worried you weren't you when you woke up.
Correction, I am CM Unit 001 TT. Classification TikTok. Hello.
Yes, but you were. You know what? Never mind. Um, there is one other thing I wanted to discuss, and that's about Vikes.
I
I do.
I understand.
I
Should
do
I
not trust them
access the
either.
relationship data on Vikes?
Yes.
You and Vikes seems to be quite compatible.
No. No. God no. I mean, he'll clear his
Wrong.
throat, be a bit flustered at that, but
Wrong data.
wrong data, TikTok. I do not trust Vikes. Just like you don't trust AC, I do not trust Vikes. And
Affirmative.
because I care about you, TikTok, be careful around them. I worry about your safety and the others.
I will not allow anything to happen to my friends.
Thank you. I will try to do the same for you next time. You can see there's like a bit of regret on his face as there's kind of that. He feels like this morning could have been prevented had he been just a step over to the
Fear
right
not.
or left.
Fear not, Maverick. We will protect them this time. No harm will happen to our friends.
Yes. This time.
They got hurt. No?
When? What?
The
Wait,
burn mark on Luthien. They were injured. No?
that was. Would I know that was from TikTok? Or
Yeah.
is this a different burn mark?
The one that was on their hand.
Yeah.
You can even recall if it helps with clarification, you can because you heard him say defensive protocol activated. You can literally clarify for him that It was
Yeah.
his defensive mechanisms that did that.
TikTok, that was your defensive mechanism that electrocuted Percy and Luthien.
My apologies, Taverick.
Oh no, it's okay, TikTok. I don't
I
believe
do
it
not
was
have
your.
a defensive unit built in.
Hmm.
He is telling you what he believes to be the truth.
Okay.
It's quite reasonable to be confused and misremembering tragic events.
TikTok.
Yes, Taverick.
I saw you electrocute Luthien and Percival. This is like a very serious, like.
Taverick, I will not hurt my friends. I will not hurt my friends. Taverick, I will not hurt my friends.
I'm not saying that you would.
Hello,
TikTok.
I am CM Unit 001 TT.
Give me another
Class-
insight check.
Classification TikTok.
Oh fuck, he's real broken, isn't he?
I will not hurt my friends. Taverick, Luthien, Percival.
25.
You can
16 plus
gauge.
9.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can gauge real quick that perhaps it's best you don't tell him that he has a defensive mechanism that hurts them, and that you tell him that they're fine. Yeah. you
That
can
doesn't
get
sound like that fixes the trauma, though.
No. Do not make the machine aware.
Okay. In that case, I will kind of clear my throat and TikTok.
Taverick,
Just
hello.
know that if you ever have any problems, that you can come to me.
I greatly appreciate your care and comfort towards me, Taverick. I will keep that under consideration. You have friendly relationships with TikTok.
I just implore you to be careful.
I
You're-
will remain on guard.
Good.
Dude,
And
Taverick.
I'm going to. Yeah.
Is there any other queries that you require of my services?
Why is there one that you think I should be asking about?
Of course. What would you do now that the individual Vaiks is going to be traveling alongside you and Luthien? This is the conundrum of what they have called a love triangle.
Oh my god.
That's my
I'm just going
boy, stir
to.
that pot.
I'm just going to look at TikTok and say, I don't think you're allowed to read any more books that Luthien gives you.
Understandable. They had quite a variety of different books in their study.
And
that they
I'm just,
did.
I'm just gonna say, no more smut novels for you. And I am going to grab a cloth. It'll be all right. TikTok, let's get you cleaned up. And with this cloth, I'm going to wipe the black powder, but try to keep it in the cloth for maybe later analysis. Like the black char soot.
Okay.
Whoa.
Analysis where and how?
To see if there's any magical residues. See if they can figure out if it was just regular lightning or something a little
Yeah.
different.
I can
They'll
tell
not be
you
able to
right
get it from
now.
that.
I can tell you right now, it was just regular lightning. Regular
Mm.
magical lightning.
Regular red lightning, my ass.
That is just the color of his arcanum.
Don't trust it.
I will return to retrieve my book from Luthien's study. I seem to have misplaced it.
And at that point, I think Tavka realized, oh shit, Vike still has TikTok's book.
He is going to walk out.
And we're
I
gonna go
will go
back
with
to the
TikTok.
autistic kids before you even get there.
Yep.
Yeah. As he walks out, though, there is a piece of parchment on the floor where he was when you were inspecting him,
Oh.
and that's
Can
where
I-
we can move forward. There.
Oh. I was gonna say I'll
Hey, I
pick
knew
it
your
up and
father.
read it.
Anyways,
Oh my god.
Same energy. Oh, you're in for it, my guy.
Why is it always my character?
Gets shit dropped on him when people walk away. Literally.
Yes.
It's funny.
All right, Vaiks
by the way-
and Luthien.
It quite literally feels like, oh, by the way, your mom and I are getting a divorce. Okay, bye.
I'm gonna message you what that parchment is, Taverick.
Oh, it's
Sounds good.
But you're gonna want to mute.
yeah.
So back to Luthien and Vikes, where Luthien's just, no, I don't think that we'll need that amount of goods
I wouldn't
per
think.
bag.
I would not think so. Average carrying capacity of a human being would be between 100 and 170 pounds.
Indeed. And just, like, mentally does the, you quizzed me on that too. And just, she goes, so we have 3 horses between the 5, now 6 of us. That's if we don't take the caravan.
Does Percival
And
plan on
just-
doing any selling while within Orblin?
Luthien kind of shrugs. She has that look on her face of just trying to think things out and plan ahead, very similar to your crunching numbers face. And she just, I'm not sure. I'm sure that he would love to do that, and it would give us time to potentially speak to Arathorn and Isildur to get any information that we can about what we may be encountering in the Jade Forest.
Our only reports are that of strange animal activity. Unfortunately, we
Yes,
know a little
those are
more.
those are the reports, but who's to say that? You know what? You're right. You're right. Yep, that's all that there are in the report. And Luthien just doesn't seem to want to argue.
She like bites her cheek and being like, that shit's not fake.
Uh-huh.
Bites her cheek. Okay.
I have sent you something.
Sorry, I just took a psychic damage.
Oh?
It's fine. That's just me. Okay. If he is unable
You know
to,
how
if he is unable to make any sales, I'm sure he could be compensated for his time.
I am sure that that would make him delighted to hear. And if anything, this would also be a good opportunity for him to potentially find any rare herbs that may be more common in such a less traveled area.
Are you packing your paints?
A few of them, as I do have commissions to work on for the governor.
She seems to like scan things. And almost like a subconscious question. Like, it doesn't feel like it's a purposeful one. She asks, do you not mix your own anymore?
I do. It's just I haven't had the time nor the ability to,
Hey,
given my circumstances.
Hey,
Vikes. While you are scanning the room, what's your passive perception?
21.
21. Okay.
I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
I don't like seeing things.
Well, the only thing that you see are multiple garments
Oh.
poking out of a closet behind the partition that are technically not the items for the ball, nor are they legal, as they are a variety of colors. Just for you to take note of.
All right, let me do some typing. Kidding, I'm kidding. Am I? I'm kidding. Am I?
I'm scared now.
Yeah, she'll scan the room. Her eyes will linger on the closet for just a hair. And then she would have asked her question. Bring the pigments, then. You may make more while we travel.
If I have time.
Why would you not have time?
Well, given that we will be traveling, there may be other things that are more pertinent than making pigments, but I'll do as you say. And she goes over to the her desk area
Just over here.
over here. Yeah. And hopefully not phases through everything. But begins to open up drawers, and she pulls out a very familiar pots that she stores pigments in. Just the raw powders for them, and pulls out some vials that has paint binder and different tools that she generally would use to make paints.
As Luthien is pulling out these items that Luthien would be aware are very, like, familiar. Nothing. It's just a blank look.
And Luthien looks up to Vaiks and goes, "Is there anything that you're planning on sketching while we're out in the nature? I seem to recall you had an affinity for sketching different flowers, trying to get them as close to accurate as possible."
I'm not required to report on the flora and fauna of the land.
No, but
So
it was
no.
something that you enjoyed.
Hmm.
All right.
I enjoy
Suit
my
yourself,
duties.
then. Understandable. And Luthien just packs these away, and I assume her closet is where in the room?
It's the yeah,
The
it is the
armoire?
yeah,
Okay.
the armoire.
So she would finish packing up her paints and just move back to the armoire and opens up the side that has all of the white clothes and begins to fold and pull out different dresses, more traveling clothes, things like that. And are you prepared to leave today, Vike?
Of course. I am meant to guide and send you on your way. Well, after we're done. But to keep you safe, more than anything.
I see. You keep saying that you're meant to keep me safe. Was that something asked of you by AC and Emery, or is that a different request made of you?
You are not barred from telling them the truth of what your orders are.
I, as a player, have to consider that. Yeah, she wouldn't lie.
Yeah.
She's not a liar.
I will also remind you of the exact instructions of one particular part of it was to.
I meant to escort and accompany you. Protection should be part of the set of tasks.
I see.
Do you
And
insight check that?
yes, I do. I love my insight. I love my dice.
Yeah.
Remind me to thank Wonder Bread for these. So insight, that would be a 25.
She's skirting around something.
And Luthien would look at Vaiks and go,
It's almost like she's forcibly implying that protecting them is part of the job.
yeah. And Luthien goes, but was protection ever specified? Or are you simply to guide and escort and provide companionship?
I'm to keep you alive.
And who made that request of you?
God.
Yes.
I don't remember what was requested when Emery was dancing. 'Cause that's different.
Mm.
I'm gonna default to both. Why, of course, both would want you unharmed. Well, as close to unharmed as possible.
I see.
Accidents happen. Like paper cuts.
Oh my god.
And Luthien just, at the mention of paper cuts, just can't help but giggle. Yes, we wouldn't want any undue paper cuts to happen.
Oh, so they're both psycho. Got it.
Of course not. You'll bleed on the records.
And we wouldn't want that.
Of course not. No blood on the records.
No.
Are you ready?
And Luthien would take a look around her room, grab one of her instruments, put that in her bag, and goes, yes, I'm as ready as I'll ever be. However, we should probably check and see if the others are ready to go and if they are accompanying us.
I would hope.
I'm not gonna lie, Honor. I'm also mentally myself blanking on the instructions Emery gave right this minute.
Make 'em
Let's
up!
just get them fucking-
Are they instructions that I would have written down from the session?
I'm pretending that I'm not skimming through your notes right now, trying to.
It's entirely possible, but she's also.
It's been a week. It's been a day. My brain is going. Brr.
But also, Emery can talk in people's heads, I'm pretty sure.
Emery can't talk in people's heads.
That is all that I have that would be regarding bikes. And Luthien would look to Vikes and just kind of take a breath and go, it seems like we're leaving a little bit I'm not sure, earlier than expected.
Did you have a proposed scheduled time?
Oh no, I thought that we might have a day or two to rest before setting off again. I wasn't aware that there was a specific time schedule for us leaving.
She just stares at Luthien and blinks like the idea of stopping working seems preposterous.
Well, there's also that, but also
Mm-hmm.
Vaiks. Being one who calculates things as clearly as you do, know that this is a lengthy journey to begin with, and they have only been given a 2-week window to make an extended journey and investigation and return.
Does she know the travel distance between Waterstar and Orblin?
Waterstar to Orblin is 1 8-hour to 10-hour carriage ride depending on the weather and the speed, which most of the time is clear. That's just to Orblin. It is another 2 days just to get beyond the reaches of the Verdant Forest to the Jade Forest.
Because it's very much difficult terrain, and that's if without inclement weather,
Precisely.
which means that we have to be back. That's 4 days. It's a minimum of.
That's just from Orblin.
That's a
to the
minimum.
Jade
Yeah,
Forest.
that's a minimum of 6 days. It's already like an entire week of period travel time with no investigation, just there and back. And if we have to be back in 2 weeks, then that means that we have to move now.
Yeah.
And if someone dies, they die.
I don't like that. Not like I'm not jazzed about that whole "if they die" plan. I won't lie.
Well, I mean, like,
Well, you as a player just heard them say they were commanded to keep you alive.
but like,
Luthien.
no,
No.
she just said you. She didn't say anything about the party. She didn't specify Luthien only. She just said you. Now, if Luthien feels special, that's different.
Well, Luthien asked if she was given, essentially implied in her asking, so you keep saying that you're here to protect me.
She skirted
Who
around
gave you
that pretty
that
hard.
order?
Yeah, she did.
Uh-huh.
She omitted an answer there.
The changeling did a lie. Kinda. Wow. They're learning.
Uh-huh.
Bad influence.
Luthien would
Very bad
definitely
influence.
take a small notice of that step around, and as they're walking out of
Yeah.
her room, oh, go ahead.
I think honestly, when she asked that question, Vaiks would rattle off the exact time frames that it would take them to travel and the calculated time that we need distance wise and how much time they have remaining. And therefore, there is a deadline.
And Luthien just lets out a small sigh and goes, "All right, we'll leave immediately." And her hand goes to a pendant that is around her neck, and she just over the table question about sending stones. Do you have to actually like whisper what you want to send,
You have to
or
state. You cannot mentally communicate.
Now, it
Okay.
delivers mentally, but you have to speak it out loud if.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
You have to
So
speak it aloud.
So she would look to Vikes and go, "Why don't you check on the others? I'm going to leave a note for Emery, just in case. I know that they tend to fret and worry about me, and we'll depart after the others are ready."
Oh, there's no need to worry. She is with the Viceroy.
I understand that. They seem to have a quite close relationship with one another.
Incredibly.
Mm-hmm. Still, as Emery is my sibling, it's just good practice to leave a note for them if they do come back.
Hey, yo, Vikes, real talk. They fucking.
There's a moment. There's almost a bristle at the like sibling comment. Understood.
Thank you. And Luthien would wait for a couple of minutes, make sure that Vaiks is. Go ahead.
Vaiks, I've given you further information as well. For your final chance before you leave the room, quote unquote.
No, she won't share that.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
I'm sure it's fine.
So as Vaiks is leaving the room is right about the same time that TikTok would be leaving Taverick's room. So Vaiks would run into TikTok in the hallway, and Percy should be leaving Ivana's room. So there should be a little threesome in the hallway for Luthien. You were saying.
Mhm.
Wait a couple minutes.
So Luthien would wait and make sure that Vaiks isn't like in her room, and touch the pendant holding the sending stone around her neck, and just whispers, "Vaiks is here. We'll be leaving soon. Stay safe." Before letting it go and going outside of her door. She also left behind a very similar message on this table in the center where her and Emery usually sit. So there's a note there waiting for Emery. They have a message through the sending stone, and then Luthien exits the room.
Who's all in the hallway?
TikTok and Percival.
I am still in my room.
Passive insights?
Passive?
Yeah.
You don't even need to worry about me. I got like 11.
I have a 16.
Your passive insight? I think you might be right.
Yeah, I think that's an 11. It's the smaller number next to the plus, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an
That's
11.
11. You don't even got to worry about my ass.
I have a 16, and that's it.
I have a 17.
You're not looking at Vikes.
Nope.
Okay.
But Vikes, you do notice that while Percy came out of what you could guess to be Ylvana's room because she is the only one missing, she seems to have not even reared her head at all. Which, realistically, given your observation the night before, may not be entirely surprising. But considering that you guys need to leave, is not productive enough.
As Vikes and Percival, I rolled such shit. Even with an 11.
For
Percival.
what?
Composure.
Ah, yes.
Percival and TikTok would both see like almost like a sour expression on Vikes' face. That's just gone in an instant. Like almost as if like when you shake an Etch-a-Sketch. And she turns and looks at them.
Oh,
Hello.
can I have my book back, please?
Absolutely.
Hands out.
I greatly appreciate this.
Passes it over. Are you the only one that writes in this book?
This is my personal drawing book. It is full of birds.
It sure is.
Thank you.
They are very pretty.
I greatly appreciate you admiring my own artwork. Are you a proper? I can't even say the word. Do you like birds?
I love birds.
Well,
I love observing all accurate flora and fauna of the world.
Exciting! Of course, my drawings are 100% accurate. Luthien said so themselves.
No,
they're not,
some of
but-
them are incredibly anatomically correct. Others are perfect. I commend those.
Correction! They
Continue.
have all the necessary requirements of a living organism.
This is debatable.
There's a moment on Percy's face as he stares at this conversation happening, being like, "This is gonna be a long, long 2 weeks."
This is debatable. And she'd look at Percival. Where is Giovanna?
Giovanna is resting. They will be unable to.
Is she staying here?
They will be staying here. Yes, they're unable to accompany us in their current state. Not helping the allegation.
This is not in my report. She's
Mm,
gonna go get Giovanna.
Excuse me. Percival said that Yavanna is resting.
Giovanna
We
can.
should perhaps let Yavanna rest.
Giovanna may rest. While moving.
No,
This is
Not-
highly unadvisable. If Percival seems that Yavanna needs rest, then we should perhaps let Yavanna rest. Resting is a form of inactivity, and no movement required.
My derivative is to make sure you all accompany one another on this quest.
and Giovanna will play catch up. They are here with Emery.
Emery will
They
not be
will
here.
easily move. Why?
Is that for you to know?
Yes.
I was not given permission.
Mm.
I will go get Giovanna.
No,
Yes,
you won't.
I will.
And he'll
Yeah.
stand in front of you to stop you from going to her room.
And
Giovanna
I
is
will
resting.
stand beside Percival.
Giovanna is resting, and Giovanna will catch up when she is feeling better. But at the current moment in time, she's going.
Does
to
she have her
remain
own
in the room
horse?
to get proper rest. I will leave hers here. We will be
Prince is
down
trying
one,
to-
but we already have
to-
2.
Prince is trying so hard to interject in this whole conversation. He has put his face to this mic 4 times and meowed 4 times separately, like, yeah, is that what you think? Yeah. I fucking love my sassy ass cat. Taverick, I'm sure your door is still open, and you hear this exchange sort of escalating in the hallway. Very tense exchange, sort of escalating. Is this gonna draw you out of your room?
Upon hearing that, I will fold up the parchment and probably keep it on my person, in a close pocket. And I will walk out into the hall and just say, "Can I ask what the bloody hell is going on out here?" Sorry. What the hell is going on out here between you two?
Vaiks
Hurry!
will.
I am present in this confrontation.
Yeah, Vaiks will look at Percival and say, I do not wish to report on Giovanna's inadequacies, so if you would like to move so she can get on her way, then we will all have a great day.
Yavanna is not inadequate. Yavanna is resting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, is Giovanna sick? I take it. I know they were not feeling the greatest when they were coming to the ball.
Percival, what do you communicate to your party member at this time, knowing the things that you know?
Side question. We are in Bryn's,
Yes.
and I know that Bryn's is a blocked off area, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And also known as a place to experiment beyond the bounds of the law, to the point that even Vaiks would be aware of this.
It seems to Percy that Vaiks' biggest priority is just moving Giovanna from point A to point B. I don't care what the fuck's happening beyond that.
Yeah, and Percy's objective is to make sure that Giovanna takes the time to come down on her own, because the last time that didn't work, Taverick almost got fucking stabbed. The last time we
Taverick
tried to
did get
move Giovanna in
stabbed.
that state, someone got stabbed, and with this new person who's, in Percival's eyes, antagonizing and pretty direct, is not going to work out for a drugged Giovanna.
To be fair, I did fuck with Giovanna. Like, this is above board. I did fuck with Giovanna when she was tripping.
And he learned the hard way not to do that when she's
And I learned the correct.
He did.
So are you
He
going
did
to try
know
to
he fucked with them.
communicate something to me, or...
I'm wording on how I'm going to say it, because my original plan was to just cast message
Mhm.
and tell you that she is drugged, while saying that she needs rest, and not taking my eyes off of Vaiks. I just don't know how.
Would I be able to assess, based off of how Percy is reacting, that Giovanna may be...
At bare minimum right now, you just know he's being very protective. This is his traveling companion of many years now.
Mhm.
I should update the records.
I don't like your records that you constantly update.
That's what her internal dialogue is. He's like bristling like a cat.
And at this point, Luthien walks out, and hereupon Chit's looking at Vaiks, Chitz goes, "No, you do not need to update any damn record."
This scene.
Vaiks did not say it out loud.
Yeah, that's an internal dialogue. But
No,
But she did say that she did not want to have to report on Giovanna's inadequacies, and Tuk Tuk said that he's not inadequate. She's just not feeling well.
uh-huh. And also, Luthien probably stepping out and just going with the 17, like, insight, looking at Vaiks, would notice that flicker of itching to update a report.
Taverick,
Mhm.
look at your whispers.
Yeah. Again.
What's Percival thinking?
Oh
I'm
no,
trying to think on how I want to
that's what
word
I
it
was
without just-
planning on. I'm just waiting for people to RP stuff
waiting
out.
on
I'm
Percy to
just-
say what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know
Okay.
how I want to phrase by just instead of just straight up saying that she's drugged. Like, she just took drugs and is now out of her mind. She's a little too high right now to be doing anything.
Yeah. Percy, I mean, I'm sure I could get Giovanna down from the tree just fine. And then, I could carry her out, put her in the carriage, and she can rest while we all travel.
She wouldn't even have to wake up.
And besides, if she is to react in any way, in her loopy tiredness that she gets occasionally, she's already stabbed me once, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's not you that I'm worried about getting hurt again.
Okay.
As he's still looking directly at Vaiks.
If you are concerned for my
And
well-being,
I-
there's no need. I am here to make sure you are safe.
Oh, believe me, I'm not concerned for your well-being.
Good. You don't have to be.
Taverick will kind of look over at Percival with kind of some reassuring eyes, and he'll say, Percival, I promise I will take care of her. You have my word.
Fine. She's in the one in the back.
All right, thank you. And I will kind of push in between.
Are you just walking in the room?
I'm going to put myself between Vaiks and Percy.
Percy, did you close the door?
Yeah.
So, Taverick, the second you open the door, you are walking into a forest.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of trees.
I'm pushing Percival through the door with me. I'm just putting myself between these two to break up the fight. And kind
Okay.
of tell Vaiks to Not saying it directly, but kind of giving the notion of, hey, fuck off.
Unless you're going to roll me a perception check, you don't see her immediately.
I'm bringing Percy with me, that's why.
Yeah. I'm just
You
telling
can-
you though, you're walking into a room that is the embodiment of a forest. You don't see her immediately.
Mhm. Now, I'm assuming TikTok is still out front, right?
I was standing right beside Percival, so you just pushed him, and I'm just standing there,
Mhm.
looking right up at Vikes.
I'll just be like, we'll be out in a moment, TikTok. We'll see you soon.
Hello.
Hello, I am TikTok.
Pleasure to meet
Thank
you,
you for
TikTok.
retrieving my book.
Is your nickname TikTok?
My name is TikTok.
But you said you are a CM unit.
I did not say such things. That would be. I am TikTok.
I am Vaiks.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for returning my book.
And it proceeds like this for the next 6 hours.
You have interesting drawings in the back of your book.
Oh my god.
I haven't made it to the back of the book.
Yes. Yes, you have. They are very interesting.
You seem to
I
be.
knew
You
I
seem to
should have
be
taken that
under
break.
the wrong impression. I have not made it to the back of my book.
Someone.
There is still plenty of pages.
Oh, then someone wrote in your book.
Is Luthien still there?
Luthien, are you gonna interject at all?
Luthien just looks in between the two and goes, why don't we take a look and see how far you have gotten in your book and if there's anything in the back later.
I believe someone has stolen his book then, if he did not write in the back.
You did have possession of my book.
Yes, but I do not draw like this.
You do you draw?
I make reports.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And Luthien just like brings a hand up to her temple and rubs her temples and just takes a deep breath and just goes, all right,
Do you require a new book for your records?
I do not need a new book. My book has still plenty of pages left for me to do my drawings.
Would you like a new book for your records?
I would like a new book for my records.
Wonderful, I have a new book. I can give you one.
I greatly appreciate this book.
Well, I will get you a book.
I understand. There was a correction in your grammar. You will acquire me a book.
Well,
No, you will give me a book.
I have a book, just not on my person. I will give you a book when it is on my person.
I understand.
and Luthien just gonna keep sitting there watching these two, not knowing how to interject or get them to stop.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Because I only have one idea for that, but that might make Honor have to do a whiz save.
I've been rolling them all day. Just do it.
And Luthien just goes, I do have a new book for TikTok. It has sketches already in it that he can possibly color in using different pigment. Would that be a book that you would like, TikTok?
That would be a wonderful book to add to my collection.
That sounds like a very helpful book for children.
Yes.
Correction, I am not a child. I am a TikTok.
Yes, you are TikTok.
DM, I have a question.
What is a TikTok?
TikTok is, well, he is who he is. And sometimes that's the best place to leave your knowledge until the person decides to reveal more about themselves. So
Well-
for now, TikTok is a TikTok.
What's your question?
Taverick.
I will DM it to you actually.
You mean you'll put it in the chat, your whispers?
Yes, that.
But that is why I asked TikTok, what is TikTok?
I am TikTok.
Oh. Okay.
And
Are you a-
Luthien just kind of gives Vikes a look of, and that's the answer all of us have gotten, so we don't question it.
You are a clock. I see.
Correction. I am an autonomous unit.
Oh. I see. Correction made.
Make sure you add that correction to your records.
I will. I will not forget.
Your records must be accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
They
trying so hard. And in like an hour.
Anyway, how long does it take for them to find Yolvana?
Well, Percy knows exactly where she's at.
Yeah,
And
not
then
long.
Taverick has to climb a tree and grab her.
I'm assuming that's just a survival roll.
No, it's acrobatics, realistically.
Athletics. Or can I do athletics? Because it's not like
Or
I'm
you
doing
could
any
rattle a
fancy...
tree with a strength check and hope you catch her.
I'm thinking athletics because it's not like I'm going to be swinging from branch to branch. It's just
Pulling.
climbing a tree. Like I'm not doing any fancy flips or shit. So that's why in my mind I'm thinking athletics rather than acrobatics.
Well, it's acrobatics because you're trying to actually climb a tree and she's at the top of a tall ass tree. She
But
is not.
I thought acrobatics was more like while you're doing flips and swings and stuff like that. I'm just grip
No.
strength climbing a tree.
Acrobatics.
You do not have a climbing speed.
Acrobatics allows you to stay on your feet in a tricky situation. Athletics is jump, stay afloat in rough water, or
You-
break something. As those are the examples given.
Or you attempt to climb a sheer, slippery cliff, avoid hazards while scaling a wall, clinging to a surface while something is trying to knock you off.
Nothing's trying to knock you off. It's more like if you have to jump from branch to branch.
Oh. But this is also saying attempting to climb a sheer or slippery cliff face.
This is not a sheer or slippery cliff.
But is me
face.
climbing a big tree not the same thing as climbing a slippery
It's an
cliff
acrobatics
face?
roll, and even every time I've had a I've had a climbing speed, it is an acrobatics roll.
While climbing or swimming, each foot of movement costs 1 extra foot, 2 extra feet in difficult terrain unless a creature has a climbing or swimming speed. At the DM's option, climbing a slippery vertical surface or one with few handholds requires a successful strength athletics check. Similarly, gaining any distance in rough water might require a successful athletics strength check. Your strength determines how far you can jump. That's just when I click on speed. What pops up? You could get around.
Because if I'm doing acrobatics, I'm not going to bother to roll, because my acrobatics is ass. That's why I'm trying to argue athletics instead, because my athletics is
Okay,
better
natural
than my
20.
acrobatics.
How high up is your
For
Historically,
acrobatics,
she's
why
the
are you
highest
so
in the-
stressed
in the
about the
forest.
roll?
Well, I don't want to accidentally knock her out by fucking up my roll.
You would have to get like a nat 1 to do that. A natural
mean-
1, not a -1. A natural 1.
I don't know why, but this dice roll is scaring me, so I got some bad juju about this dice roll.
Blow on your die. Get your girlfriend to blow your die. Dragon, blow on the mic.
I blew on the mic. Here, I will also give the dice a kiss. Mwah. Now roll.
Acrobatics. 16.
Fine.
17 minus 1.
See, you're fine.
That's pretty good. You're good.
You successfully climb a tree and retrieve Yolvana and
Fuck
climb down with
yeah.
her.
Oh my
Push her out
god.
of the tree.
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
It's like Percival, look out.
Huzzah.
Okay, bring it back to. Sorry, I was mistaken.
Why are
I thought I
you?
had disadvantage on
No.
acrobat. Well, I'm in heavy plate mail. I forgot it's stealth that I get disadvantage on, not acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
Are you wearing your plate inside a house?
Oh, I mean, I'm just going. I don't know.
I would.
Better question. Are you
Okay,
wearing your
okay.
plate while practicing smithing?
No.
So then you're not in it yet.
Okay.
So,
Buddy.
you're not as heavy as you thought you were. You're good. You're good.
Okay. I'll get Yolvanda down from the tree and carry
I'm
her.
over here like picturing Taverick in a fucking blacksmith apron with his fucking sleeves rolled up, and he's picturing himself in armor because he forgot he took it off for his shit.
Not wearing pants.
All right. See, I'll bring down
No wonder
Yolvanda.
he was stressed.
I'll bring down Yolvanda and we'll carry her out princess style.
She is bundled the
princess or-
fuck up.
Oh yeah, she's in sleeping bag and everything.
They
Give me a
On the
perception
way-
check, though, with advantage.
Make what?
Perception check with advantage.
Ooh, that's a natural 20
You
with
feel
25.
you feel her tense and resist.
Trying to take her out.
When you are trying to pick her up initially, you feel her tense as if she is going to resist. But she is out cold and thus cannot actually resist.
Okay. I have to use the bathroom so bad.
Hey,
Go ahead and do that.
Okay. I would like to make a note while we are walking back towards the door and while we're out of earshot from people in the hallway. I was going to take this time to talk to Percy about things. Just while we have a quick moment, but I have to use the bathroom so bad.
Yeah, go to the bathroom while
Okay.
I make a note for myself. For me to remember later.
Ah. Good shit. Good shit. Spicy.
Yeah, it is spicy.
I rolled ass.
What'd you roll ass on? What's all those nat 20s you got earlier?
Yeah. Well, like I've been giving you natural rolls. I figure so like +2 to any of that. I feel like it doesn't matter.
Ooh. And we are realistically not going to get far. This is going to be funny. Thank you guys for your patience earlier, though. For real. When I was dealing with a lot of frustration.
Of course.
Even with the reset for some fucking reason, the shit is broken. So I don't know what the fuck to do about it.
I'm sure there'll be a post on it on
hor-
subreddit in like 12 more hours, honestly.
No, it's been a continuous issue, and I have found zero forums about anything since that update, aside from people saying, "Oh, my 30.0.0 crashed and will not continues to crash," and it's like, okay, you need to do a clean install on Windows. Well, I'm beyond 30.0.0. I'm on 31.0.2. My drivers are up to date. This is strictly a Twitch and OBS communication issue that I am continuing to have.
Interesting.
I don't know what it is. But anyways, I don't know that I'll be streaming for a while. I think it'll just be recorded content, which is actually really frustrating because that takes up a lot of memory and I'm too lazy to edit or to pay for a program.
Mood.
You can ask Nat. I don't think Nat pays for her editing program.
She bought the
Or did she?
Windows editing program. Yes, she did. She paid up
Oh,
front
okay.
for it. She pays for it. Trust me, I've
Oh,
looked at
I
it.
use DaVinci Resolve for my video editing. It's free.
I did also just state that I am too lazy to edit.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, let's not tear down that defense, guys.
That's such a good defense, man. I can't argue that one.
I'm too lazy and also too busy.
Yeah.
That,
I work a full-time job.
yeah, that's a different argument. It's not laziness, it's busyness. On that one.
Well, they're just kind of wasn't much editing for the direct port from live stream to video upload, was there?
No, I literally just fucking
Pick the VOD and
exported. Let's take the VOD and eat it on the YouTube. So now I have a bigger problem. Because now I have to, if I'm going to put anything on any platform, make sure that it's all together and compiled the way it's supposed to be, and then also upload it from my device.
Yeah,
Which means leaving my device on.
Yeah, on average, it's like 3 times the upload time that the length of the video is.
I know.
Roughly. It's gross.
Plus 24 hours of processing.
Yeah, because they have to do copyright check, even if there isn't anything to copyright check. It's gross. But necessary. Anyway.
Anyway.
The not Taverick and Percy side of things.
What would they come back in on? Oh, yeah.
Luthien just rubbing her temples like she is super stressed and getting a headache while TikTok and Vaiks are interacting.
Yes, I'll be sure to update my records so they are correct.
Hey, Luthien.
Splendid!
Yes.
Before you guys leave or go anywhere, are you going to... Because I'm only asking this because someone else has already asked, and you've already tried to use sending. The sending stone. Are you actually expecting Emery to not return this morning because of the way that the night finished?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
It was just sort of a courtesy of, like, you know, when your friends are like, hey, I just got home, or hey, I'm just leaving my house, gonna go do things. It's literally just that, like, hey, I'm safe, I'm good, we're leaving soon, I love you, sort of a message.
Do you feel satisfied with the way I designed your room?
Yes, I love it. Thank you.
I didn't do the studio part, just a small painting corner, but the studio part is through that door at the back end of the room there.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't export the rest of it because I did not finish the rest of it because I was fighting devices, but
Yeah, that's okay.
well, I was gonna Bam kind of saw a little bit of it, so let me just
But yeah, that's all that it was Luthien just ooh.
There are 6 doors.
Yeah.
This is the hallway you come in. Luthien's door is immediately on the right. Percy's is directly across. Taverick's is right here. Yelvana's is here. And then there are 2 more. Hey, Anabe.
It would be blank. And she's left-handed.
Okay.
But yeah, it would be blank.
I expected that.
What the fuck did I just read in the chat? Wait a goddamn minute.
Ugh.
Did you bring protection? Why? What's up there? Different kind of protection. Why? What's up there? Increasingly worried noises? But what's up there?
I would like to give you, Vaiks, a different observation that amuses me. I'm going to borrow you for 2 seconds.
I'm getting kidnapped. Someone help.
So the observation that I have,
Yeah.
that is up to you of whether you share it or not at any point,
Uh-huh.
which I think you recall from the ball episode and the description that was given there. But if ever anybody remarks on how Emery dressed very differently at the ball, like you happen to overhear that in conversation, because Luthion's definitely processing that part, but doesn't know how to communicate with the party. Vaiks would know that Emery is honoring the, or we'll put very loose quotes around this in the obvious indoctrinated phrasing, but Emery is simply honoring the exalted in the highest way possible by looking as close as they can.
Okay. I like that. Noted. All right.
It's because that's the exact influence of why Emery dresses the way they do, is to reflect the image of the exalted to seduce AC.
And it works.
It does.
In a real, honestly, in a real fucked up way, he could technically, if Vikes had not been like pre-programmed to be exactly Vikes, they could have just made a carving copy of the exalted for AC. Technically.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, they
Because it also would make sense that the exalted would have doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Not actually them. Which is also why they would probably have hunted down most changelings, because changelings can be anybody and anything, which means they can be any assassin.
Yeah, it does look like Paladin's back, but it was more of a hey, that just amuses me that Emery is so technically the party has seen the face of the exalted, but on Emery.
Which is also
they have seen, which is why I was amused when they're all like, "Is AC the BBEG?" And I'm like, "No," but in my mind it's you've seen the face of the BBEG, but you don't know it's the face of the BBEG.
I imagine that is the face that. I'll cut this. From the footage. Because Luthion's gonna look at this.
Let me pause it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. I imagine that was the face that Emery used as part of rehabilitation, which is why she is so much more receptive to that version of Emery.
Yeah, it was.
Because she's not taking in Emery's commands, she's taking the Exalted's.
Yes. Now, part of why when I sent you the task, AC, when Tesseric and I were talking yesterday, AC knows about everything. We already know that part. But rather than doing charm or rather doing magic circle, is giving a bunch of tasks and has essentially, which is why Vaiks received the command of take no more orders from Emery. I am the one who commands you, solely me. Because Emery has been, I don't want to say semi-demoted, but AC is acting carefully.
Yeah. He's playing his
Does
cards
not
a
want
little
to
stronger.
charm yet. Yeah, he's playing his cards a little stronger and more carefully.
Okay.
But does not want to charm outright. So That is why your commands are the way they are, and why you have been told not to take any further command from Emery,
However,
unless told otherwise.
that does not mean she never told her to stop listening to the previous orders. Just no further ones.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like,
Now, which orders were you thinking of?
I imagined that Emery gave telepathic orders to Vaiks. And I was going to leave that to you on that one, what Emery would give telepathically. Because it would make sense. If they're both playing the same chess pieces.
Luthien is to be protected from harm in general, if possible, or cared for. Because that is their charge. Oh, why are they going to hang out?
Oh, so they can do their little talks, I guess.
Nah, they gotta get your asses in here.
Oh
Aye.
joy.
Get kidnapped.
Oh no.
What the fuck is
Why were we brought to Whispers?
To be recorded, if you're going to have any kind of conversation or exchange.
we were having above board player conversations.
Uh-huh.
You scheming? I'll go back to Luthien.
No.
Unfortunately for Luthien.
I was
You're my recording device.
Oh. Well, where do I go then?
Stay here.
Okay.
Okay. What? So what conversation are you trying to have?
I don't think it would be good to have it while Vikes is here.
Vaiks is not here. My recording device, known as Divinity Force, is.
Mm,
Two
Hello?
separate people.
Hello, I'm Divinity Force.
The honor, just do me a favor and like take off your headphones and plug your ears.
Oh my god, I can
Let me
I can see
Oh
your
my
PMs, buddy.
Just fucking speak.
We're good,
Speak.
dude.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay.
I can see your PMs,
Sure.
buddy. You're fine.
Yeah, speak.
Okay. So, with the natural 20, Percy did inform me in DMs that I will see that he is boiling with anger. And Taverick will notice this as they are just starting to kind of get Yovada down from the tree, and he will say very hushed, Percy, I see that you're a bit upset at the moment, but I am going to need you to calm down for this next part. I have something very important I need to tell you.
Yes.
And we're way far away from the door, right? With how big this forest is?
Yes.
Okay.
About 200 feet.
Okay. So Vikes wouldn't be able to hear us, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
No, not at all. Also, she's busy
Okay.
with TikTok, having a
Okay.
great time.
Gotcha.
They're having a great time.
He will say, or Taverick will say to Percival, I think we are about to walk into a trap.
And you think this why?
He will begin to reach into his pocket and pull out the paper and say, TikTok dropped this earlier. And I think you need to see this for yourself. And I will send him what Lefty sent me.
In the Whispers.
In the Whispers.
Editor, put it up there. Boom. Good job. Way to go, me. Editor did it. Editor put it up.
You think it's a trap? Oh, that's so okay.
Hey, listen,
There
recording
you go,
software.
bud.
Shushy.
There you go, blood.
Oh, huh.
Now you understand why the editor is like, editor, put it up. That's good shit. That's good shit. Here, let me open this again for recording's sake. Wow. Oh my god.
And Tavrik is just full on looking for Percival's reaction while he looks at this paper. I don't think we can trust even Emery.
Well, and he had this.
Juicy.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Did you say that?
Yeah. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Bullshit, we will be fine.
This was what was in TikTok's hands, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna roll an investigation check because he's shown me his drawings before.
And while we were coming back here, I heard Vaiks say there were more in the back of his binder.
Is it 15? Oh, I'm doing investigation. Never mind. It's not a 15. That is. It's an unnatural 20 to investigation check. I am looking to see if his page matches the other drawing pages that he's given to me, or if essentially I'm seeing if TikTok actually did write this, or if it was just something he had acquired.
Would I have known this was the paper he had clenched in his hand?
Realistically, it would make sense.
Okay.
It would make sense with what Vaiks said.
Who was that to? Was that to me or Percy?
One
What do you mean?
moment. There we go. My Fuji broke.
Was that comment to me or Bam?
To you? Percy
Regarding
didn't
the-
ask me anything.
Well, he was doing an investigation roll.
I did an investigation of an unnatural
Yeah.
20 to see if this paper was done and from TikTok's specific book, because he has shown me his artwork and his pages once
It
before.
is not the same handwriting, but it is from it is from one of the pages in that book.
Okay.
You recognize the parchment, and you can recognize that it was from that book. But it does not look like TikTok's handwriting or particular art style. TikTok's particular.
Can I roll another check?
Of what?
I don't know.
What are you
I'm
looking
going
for?
to say that I'm looking for on if I can get the feeling that this could be Eloin. I don't know.
I will
Honey,
also
it's almost midnight,
I
babe.
know.
I'm so
I know.
tired. I don't know what you need from me.
I know.
Tavrik will also say, and while I was speaking with him, he already knew AC was someone who shouldn't be trusted. He knew that, despite not remembering anything from the past 8 hours. And AC shot him with electricity, which is why I think he didn't wake up this morning and acted the way he did. I think this is a trap, Percival. And he is full on, full serious, even a little bit of fear in him.
Trap or no trap, what are our options? Point them out to me.
Run?
Because I would love to see more. Run. Where?
Anywhere but
The entire
here.
city. Anywhere but here. Anywhere but here. The entire city, everywhere, is going to be looking for him, and we have 2, nay, 3 high-value people, and you yourself are a guardsman. There is nowhere that we can go that we will not be immediately noticed to be missing, especially Luthien and Vaiks.
I just I don't want to see any of you get hurt.
Then
Just
we won't.
a little afraid.
I understand your fear, Taverick, and I understand your compassion for us, and I do appreciate it very much. But we will be fine. Out of all of the shit that we have been through in the last week and a half, there is one thing that I am certain is that we will be fine.
You're 100% sure about that?
100%.
With a
He puts
Vaiks standing outside that door. You're sure?
If it comes down to it, we will deal with Vaiks. And then we will run. And then we will die. But we'll run first. But at the current moment and where it stands, we have no other options. And you, my friend, while I appreciate your input, are very, very paranoid about things that we don't quite understand at the moment. I know not of even what that thing is constructed of. I do not know of what magic was used on it because I was not there to witness it. I have an opportunity and a chance to learn more about what that is, as I have been invited cordially. But at the current moment and where everything stands, our objective is to follow Vaiks' objective and yours and Luthien's objective. I wanted to take TikTok and Yovana back to Pearl Peaks to visit my shop, to see my family. However, I am now obligated to go on your quest. So we will do that. And he puts the paper onto your chest and walks out of the room.
As you're walking away, you'll just hear a very faint, I'm sorry. And he will pocket the parchment and begin following you. Not saying anything.
Okay. Let's go back to the others then.
That's some good shit, my guy.
Hello.
Hello.
Very tired.
And that is unfortunately where we're gonna wrap up.
Okay.
That was
Wait.
some good RP, fam. Holy shit.
What are we wrapped up on? I have no idea.
A very
You get to
dressed,
see
tensed Percival talking to a very paranoid and stressed Taverick while a sleeping Yovana is held between them.
Understandably so, though.
So me, Bites, and Luthien are just standing in the hallway, spider memeing each other.
Hello.
essentially, yeah.
Well,
Y'all are
okay.
spiraling,
Actually,
that's
though,
for sure.
no, because Luthien would have gotten the book.
Did Luthien get the book?
book.
The book. You said you had a book.
Luthien has the book
Did
in
you-
her bag.
Are you giving it to TikTok?
Yes, she would reach inside of her bag of holding, pull it out, show TikTok, and kind of kneel beside him and show him some of the pictures, and it's just black inked in like sketches of things without any shading. So it's essentially like a homemade coloring book.
I don't know what that DC is gonna be, but I'm scared.
And she just goes, "And this is yours now, TikTok. I hope that you enjoy doing something like this as much as I did when I was young."
Thank you.
Do you open the book?
I open the book. I explode.
Vikes, how close are you to TikTok?
I mean, considering they're within arm's distance of one another because Vaiks gave TikTok his other book. And then it didn't move.
Realistically, Luthien would be here, Vaiks would be here, TikTok would be here. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, that sounds about right. That looks right.
And Luthien isn't doing anything to hide it from Vaiks. So she has the book pretty much like flat in her hands. Vaiks just know how to have eyes and they would see it.
And I have no eyes, I cannot see. I don't think that flies with the. I don't think it flies. Sorry, I have too many eyes. Too powerful of eyeballs. My eyeballs are too strong.
Vaiks, Vaiks, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, please. It can't be that bad.
Can I bargain for advantage?
Can I bargain for disadvantage?
Can I just say it's a flat roll?
Can I say that because Honor is Vike, my mortal enemy, that they get disadvantage?
I thought you guys were like destined lovers.
Shut up, TikTok. Not destined lovers.
So star-crossed?
Sure.
Just shut up.
You know, the scary part is I don't know if a high number or a low number is the good or bad thing here, and I think that's the worst part of it all. I don't know if I'm winning or losing. I'm gonna PM you it.
But you're definitely telling.
Told me. Okay, so well, hey God. Hey.
Do I need to describe what Vaiks would remember or not?
Could you describe what's in this book as TikTok, like the first page?
Yeah, describe what TikTok discovers for everyone else since they are approaching at the same time. What is the first page that TikTok opens to?
So the first page that TikTok opens to is a sketch of a sparrow sitting on a wild rose bush. So it has just the line art of the sparrow, of the bush, of the roses. It's a very aesthetic picture. It's a coloring book. So, it has the foliage, it has the petals, it has the branches, and at the very center is the sparrow.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
With advantage. I got a 14.
Ah.
That's not bad.
I am scared. Receive me. Don't. Anyway, I'm fine.
Oh, this bird looks just like my bird.
Vaiks. As your relatively emotionless gaze flits over the book as it opens, and you see the sparrow on the wild rose, very well drawn.
Where'd
my tower go?
Do you want to go into the other room?
Do I need to describe a memory for you?
No, you do not.
It's more like.
Do we need to?
Oh
do we
my
need to put
God!
a
How
pin
much
in
brain
this?
damage am I taking?
Do we need to put a pin in this for next time? If people a little tired, maybe.
You will take 12 points of psychic damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about fine. Percival took 10.
Not
as
psychic,
you get a piercing headache and are absolutely interrupted and floored by remembering drawing this exact image and also Luthien's laughter and the laughter of her parents behind you as they continue to make happy little jokes. And you passed this very image to Luthien for Luthien to color it.
Okay. I think as Taverick and Percival are walking out with Ilvana, and Luthien has passed this book to TikTok, there'd be an instance of a freeze, and without a word, Vaiks would stand up, look sick, and leave.
And that's where we're going to end session. Because
Okay,
it all starts
bye.
very simple.
I
We'll
was
see
gonna
you next
say
week.
Taverick walks out like a puppy with his tail tucked between his legs.
Percy
It's
walks out
just-
and immediately returns to his room. He's
Where
getting his bag and everything.
where are they? Oh yeah, she would walk straight past the both of them, like through them, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'll end it.
Oh boy. Well then.
You guys are wild.
Wild! Shut the
TikTok.
fuck up, comatose boy!
Those boy.
You know what you fucking sent me in DMs. You shut the fuck up. You're the reason what happened in that fucking room. You caused that.
I didn't get to hear Percival's reaction.
It was not pleasant.
That's fucked
You
up.
may or may not have caused some paranoia for Taverick, and Taverick's response to that paranoia may or may not have pissed Percival the fuck off. And that's exactly why. I mean, you can see that result when they're coming out of the room, but no, you did not get to see the reaction.
Bro, I'm like this is above board as Taverick's player. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He doesn't have the connection that you guys do. He doesn't know Emery. He doesn't know AC. He's just Luthien is his only connection. And even that's been shattered with how he sees her now. So he's like, what the fuck are we doing here? Why are we doing this? And now the robots posting weird... actually, I can't say that.
But you can say posted some weird shit.
Everybody
Posted
has
some
seen
weird-
it at this point.
Posting some
I
weird.
have not.
I'll say
Oh,
Luthien hasn't.
Luthien hasn't because TikTok didn't open the book. Luthien convinced him to look at it later.
Oh boy.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you get to sit on that for a
But
week.
Luthien is going to go to Taverick, like, as they're traveling and go, Did TikTok leave anything behind when you were
You'll
looking
have
at
to
him?
do that next time.
Yeah,
because
we'll
do it next
we've
time.
We got a whole week.
We've already stopped
Yeah.
the recording, and now you just gotta sit on it for a week.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if Taverick would be comfortable showing you, considering the reaction he got from Percy.
Oh, what's the reaction for Percy?
And wildly mad at the objective from Percy.
What did I do to my boy?
You scarred him.
No, you didn't do shit to
Wait,
me.
the man just wants to go see his
Percy's mad
family.
all the time. I am so tired with this bouncing. I have ruined my trade routes in two times
Oh yeah,
now.
that's right. He doesn't know he's.
Oh,
This
yeah.
time-
He doesn't know he's
He
gonna get
doesn't know!
Say-
He doesn't know!
No, what?
Percival doesn't know that Vaiks offered to financially compensate him for the travel differences for what
Nope.
his normal pay
Nope.
rate would be.
He knows for a fact that he would have been through all of the cities at least twice by now if he didn't get put on that fucking flower quest.
Yeah.
And now he is doubling back again and fucking up his whole system when he should have already been back to Pearl Peaks to see his shop, his friends, and his town twice.
Yeah.
He has been left without reprieve of his own personal home.
Yeah.
Nah, he would have only gone. He would have only been back the next morning, anyways, because technically you are on time. But
Technically.
your doubling back is stopping you from resuming normal trade.
Didn't we jump between Waterstar and Orblin already? Because I traveled into Waterstar, and then we bounced back to Orblin, and then we traveled back to Waterstar, and now we're bounced back to Orblin.
No. You were coming from Pearl Peak to Waterstar. Taverick was coming from Orblin to Waterstar. Taverick's the one who got interrupted and thrown in the wrong direction. You were on time and on task with a bonus objective. Now your trade is being interrupted.
Yeah, you motherfucker. Why you gotta yell at me like that? I'm the one that's getting into...
It's midnight. What do you want from me, man? I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing right now. Sleeping.
I'm joking with you,
Okay,
Bam,
go
buddy.
to bed, Bam.
Yeah.
Have a
No.
great
Love you.
night. Dreams.
He's gotta process it now.
Now he's gotta go be a little theory gremlin. Fucking, it's okay.
Okay, go have tinfoil hat club time. We will
For
on
sake,
tinfoil hat club later.
okay, for sake of brevity, we get to the caravan, right?
Where did Vaiks go?
To
I was like, yeah, you
vomit!
kind of walked the.
To vomit somewhere!
We have a bathroom.
I don't know, man.
here,
Outside.
Right?
She'd exit wherever the exit is. I don't think she'd know, frankly, in that
You
moment.
vomited Taverick's room.
No.
Oh.
Nope. We are still in the hallway, and we're
Okay.
gonna stay in the hallway until the next section because this is a moment where it's just like, Vikes is having a moment, and Percy's having a moment, and Taverick's having a moment.
I'm not.
And Yvonne's gonna wake up eventually.
Luthien and TikTok seem to be the only ones okay.
Yeah.
Luthien
Yeah,
knows what
TikTok's fine,
Luthien knows
sure.
what she did. She knows what
I
she
had no idea.
she knows-
I just opened a book.
Hey, I warned you.
she knows what she did.
Wow, this is a very
Like I
powerful
said.
spell book.
Memories start simple.
Mm-hmm.
They always start simple. If there's one thing I
Always.
know well, it's PTSD and CPTSD.
Just wait until we incorporate smells.
Uh-huh.
That's gonna suck.
Anyways, Fox wife.
Yeah. Am I good to stop recording now? Because I never stopped.
Yeah, you're good to stop recording. now.
Huzzah! Freedom! Goodbye, recording. Editor, put something funny on the screen.